Okay, so again, diving straight back into it, you guys are in a pretty bad shape as you withdraw from this combat. Obviously, some of you more so than others. It looks like the remaining guards have no stomach for a pursuit. You can see quite a few of those in a bad way themselves. The info as you kind of look over your shoulder as you're running. But it takes you a while to kind of regroup a little further down the forest trail. It seems that the various members of the Brotherhood have already, kind of put some distance between themselves and the site of the ambush. So you guys kind of regroup, and obviously one member short.
Is everybody okay?
No. Epikos is... Epikos
Did
is
he?
dead.
Oh,
I'm, like, checking over to make sure that Wide Eye was following me as well.
So yeah, Wise I'd been off chasing one of the guys who'd fled, but eventually kind of appears in the forest.
I feel like we need to go back and get him after this is all just calmed down.
That's if they leave his body. They were angry.
Yeah, if they. Yeah.
I mean, they might be there for a long time, considering we scared off their horses.
Actually, that's a fair point.
True. Oh,
So you guys kind of make your way back to the Brotherhood hideout, and as you kind of get there, you can see that Kang there is kind of keeping a lookout. For a moment there, I didn't think you guys were going to make it. He kind of looks at you, and then the realization hits him. Is Epikos?
I'll just shake my head.
He kind of lowers his in return. It's a damn shame. It all went so sideways quickly.
Yeah, I think there's an awful lot of us that aren't used to being ill-equipped. And the challenge was much, much tougher than expected.
yeah, I can say that again.
I was hoping it wouldn't have ended up in a stand-up fight. At least we did manage to get something for our troubles.
That's good. At least it wasn't for nothing.
Right, anyway, let's get ourselves inside. There's no point standing out there in the rain. So he kind of leads you back inside, and obviously the kind of warmth of the interior is quite pleasant after being out in the weather conditions for a few hours. A group of people are kind of awaiting, obviously, the return of the group, and some warming stew is provided on your arrival pretty much immediately. The good news, I suppose, if you can call it that, is that we managed to make away with quite a significant sum. It'll bolster our efforts here for, well, probably months to come. But I'll let Tangong speak to you about that. Again, I'm sorry about your friend.
That's what
Makes
it is.
sense.
So yes, sorry. The mood in the camp is actually quite upbeat. They've obviously not heard yet Epikos has fallen, but the news of the successful acquisition of some of these chests is clearly spreading quite quickly. So perhaps the mood amongst the party is at odds a little bit with the wider surroundings.
Did any of us grab anything from the carts?
No, I don't think so.
No, it was the three members of the Brotherhood who managed to get away with some chests.
Right.
I did think about it, but only much later.
Yeah, I was more concerned about the people with the stabby sticks, gotta be honest.
Oh.
And then I was worried about Epikos, and then I didn't get to him in time. I had to go.
Well, I went down in a fight, outnumbered.
Unequipped.
Seems like the kind of thing he would have been satisfied with, at least.
It was a good story. It was pretty glorious.
Yeah.
It was. And technically, he did die a free man,
Yeah,
which is what he
Yeah.
always wanted.
some comfort.
I'm glad he got to spend those nights in that lovely hotel in the city while he still could.
Yeah.
So as you guys kind of sit here lamenting Epikos, eventually Kang returns. Sorry to intrude, but the boss wants a word. He kind of makes his way back up the ladder, indicating you guys should follow him.
Yeah, make a weary procession after him, I suppose.
Okay, so as you guys kind of climb into the kind of makeshift ops room, I suppose, for this kind of segment of the Brotherhood, you can see Tangong is kind of going over his recent acquisitions, and looking at them, you can see that he's cracked one of the lids of these chests, and inside are a kind of clearly freshly minted stacks of kind of silver bullion. I've heard about Epikos. I'm sorry about that. If it means anything to you, we've got enough here that his death won't have been in vain. He kind of turns to the table and kind of lifts out a few of the bars. In light of your loss and your service to us, we'd like you to have some of a share of this. You've more than earned it. So he hands over about 30 bars of this silver. And looking at it, Elias, you can see that this is kind of a bullion bar that would usually be kind of transferred between kind of magistrates or kind of other officials. The idea being that the silver itself obviously can be recast eventually, but it makes it much, much harder. If somebody were to try and embezzle this, they would have to convert it back from bullion into coinage of the realm. So therefore, any large shipments of valuable metals tend to be melted down and recast into bars like these. But
So, how would you even go about spending something like this? Surely it would draw a lot of attention wherever you take it.
well, there shall we say, less than scrupulous metalsmiths who are willing to provide that kind of service if you're willing to part with a little bit of the end value. It's definitely doable, and we know a couple of folk here or there. I'm sure one of them would be able to assist in that matter.
Well,
alternatively, there are, I'm sure, wizards out there who need it for various purposes. The Jade Brotherhood like to pretend they're high and mighty, but they're as quick for a bargain as anyone else I've found.
You have any contacts in Jade Brother?
We have a couple of contacts. Got a few members of the Order in Jining. So you would know, Elias, that the Brotherhood has, Jade Brotherhood, sorry, has a kind of presence throughout the realm. Obviously, as the Emperor's official guardians of the magical arts. However, kind of a few cities are more central seats of power for them than others. The main kind of head office, if you will, is in Kaifeng, but Jining also holds a pretty prominent chapter. It's quite a renowned city for its specialization in the magical arts, and as such draws a fair number of aspirants and other kind of magically inclined persons.
Sure.
But it's not, brothers of Sun don't necessarily have an outstanding relationship with them. Obviously, they're still enemies of the realm, and as agents of the Emperor, the Jade Brotherhood kind of have similar goals to the Imperial throne, but doesn't mean that there aren't back channels every now and again for mutual benefit.
A quiet allegiance rather than anything overt.
Sure. Well,
again, the realm is a very politicky kind of place, so a lot of people do a lot of things if it means progressing themselves. But we can discuss that a bit later. Get yourselves some rest, and maybe I'll send the casket of our good mead to be opened in Epikos's honour.
I'm sure he'd probably appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys can go back to the area you'd been assigned previously, and kind of get yourselves a bit comfortable. Have a few more moments to yourselves. You kind of watch as daily life in the base kind of continues a little bit, a bit more upbeat. In a distant kind of corridor somewhere, you can kind of see the base quartermaster is haggling with a fairly short fellow over what appears to be kind of a bag full of herbs of some description. The argument's getting reasonably heated. What do you mean 50 silver? It was 35 last time.
Yes, and with increased patrols, it's getting harder to gather them.
Oh, don't give us that nonsense. We know these woods. We know how many people are coming and going.
And then you should understand that the price is just. If you don't like it, I can leave and you can find someone else to sell it to you, but I believe they're in short supply.
Best I can stretch to is 40.
45 and you've got a deal.
41.
45 and you've got a deal.
He grumbles, but the quartermaster eventually hands over a pouch of 45 silver in return for the little bag of herbs that you offer for him.
Thank you kindly for your continued business.
He shakes his head, but he knows that there's, not really many suppliers that are willing to do such open business with the Brotherhood. Well, we'll see you next week, I suppose.
That you will.
So, Erlang, you see a new bunch gathered over in the corner, which is a rare occurrence for this little community. And quite a ragtag bunch they appear to be.
Is that some new faces I see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess so.
Nice to meet you. I'm Erlang. I help the Brotherhood out with gathering and trading in herbs that they would otherwise be unable to acquire.
What do the herbs do?
And it depends on what you use them for, but a number of them make quite good sleeping poultices. A lot of people around here suffer from night terrors and a less than ideal mental state. So, why?
No, so sorry, it cut out. I said I said I wonder why.
So you're just like quiet. I was gonna like just gesture broadly.
No. Sorry.
Yes, have you seen this shithole?
Yeah, exactly.
We live in a
I
rock.
was like, I wonder why. It was more like that.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Well,
Must be an interesting job. Do you travel around?
There's a few other people I trade with, but a lot of my work is nearby. I'm part of a grove just down the road. I say just down the road for us. As far as the Brotherhood are concerned, it's the only one nearby.
a grove.
Yeah, Druid's Grove.
I'll sort of hesitate for a moment and then I'll speak in Druidic and say, like, greetings, friend.
Similarly responding in Druidic. I didn't realize that you were a druid.
Not quite. Studied under one. Shared a few words with me.
They must have trusted you a great deal to share the language.
Something like that.
Rest of you kind of look on as these two are kind of making very animalistic kind of noises at each other.
Now I know
Wide
how
eye,
Wide-Eye
this,
feels.
this gets weirder by the day for you.
I sort of look at the others and switch back to common. Yeah. Well met.
Yes, I suppose this is polite. Say, you look like a capable bunch.
I
know
say that.
We are
But go
very
on.
capable. Don't listen
Oh,
to her.
it's a different matter.
Uh-huh.
You see, I've got a bit of an issue at the moment, and the Brotherhood are good trading partners, but short on spare manpower to help out. So I wonder if you'd be able to give me a hand. I'm sure we could agree a discount if you do.
What's the help you need before we go accepting? We've had some issues with that.
So, remember I said I was part of a grove? The grove is currently... How shall I put this? Under siege by a particularly nasty bit of wildlife.
I feel like you're leaving out some details.
Yeah, we're gonna need more than that.
The particularly nasty piece of wildlife in this regard is a basilisk. So
Oh,
I can't deal with that by myself.
oh.
I've been asking the Brotherhood for any assistance, but as long as I keep peddling wares, they're happy for me to live with it. I believe were their last words. But as you are all new and look to have a fair amount of combat experience, I wonder if you could provide assistance.
I'm willing to go and have a look.
Do
Not
I know what a basilisk is?
Roll me a nature, please.
Natural one.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
You haven't the foggiest, Elias. In fact, you've actually, you're so unsure. You go about describing what the rest of you recognise to be a cockatrice.
No, good sir. That's a cockatrice. They are similar, but crucially different.
Oh, then
I probably fully think this is a mythical animal and he's got it mistaken with something else, just as a clarification, because I'm a fucking dummy.
I can assure you, it's quite real.
Well, we're not doing it today. I need some sleep before we do anything else.
That's perfectly understandable, but sooner the better if possible. I'll be able to provide assistance. I just can't do it myself.
So, how would you describe a basilisk?
So, basilisks, Erling describes them. They're reasonably large creatures, however, their size isn't really the issue when dealing with them. Their most kind of distinctive ability is a gaze, which, if a opponent falls victim to or risks staring at them for too long, can cause petrification in its victims. On top of which, it does have a reasonably powerful bite.
Oh, goody. I'm so excited.
yeah.
Definitely will need rest before we scout this out. Yeah, sorry.
No
Sorry.
problems at all. It's
We've had a
fairly
hard
late in the
day.
evening.
Yeah, we've had a hard day, so
Oh?
yeah, bad. We did you hear about the new, I guess, successful, what would you call it, guys? Like a
The heist.
heist? Yeah, successful heist. Well, for them it was a successful heist. We unfortunately lost a friend of ours.
Oh, my condolences.
It's alright, it's just that's why we're all a bit not looking our best.
Well then, make sure I'm actually going to distribute each of them some sleeping tonic. Have some of this. Um, I'm happy to give this to you all for free. If you are willing to come and have a look at this issue, it should help you get a good night's sleep. If any of you have any interesting dreams, could you please let me know? It's a bit of a personal interest of mine. I'm assuming you all do dream?
I nod,
You...
and I want to smell the tonic.
Yep, okay, cool. So you sniff the tonic, and it has a strangely floral scent to it, notably hibiscus.
I assure you, it's perfectly safe.
Okay.
So I'll let you continue on with your evening, and we'll find you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see
Nice,
you.
nice meeting you all. I'm Erlang, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I got
My
getting ahead
name's
of myself there.
yeah, sorry. My name's Lee May. This is Yinfu. Elias, and the big guy is Wide Eye.
Nice to meet you all. Yes, I'm Erlang Ping.
Nice to meet you, Erlang.
So I will leave you all to your evening, and I will see you in the morning.
Yep.
Sweet dreams as he wanders off.
Thanks.
I have a funny feeling that's going to be his catchphrase.
Sorry, what?
His name or see you in the morning?
Sweet dreams.
Oh! I've obviously been quite distracted by this tonic.
Yeah, you're like,
All right. So, is anybody going to take the tonic? Or are you going to ignore
Oh, hell
that?
yeah, I'm taking the tonic.
All right. So, Yinfu, you take the tonic, and very quickly you find yourselves getting a bit drowsy. The rest of you
Wide
watch
Eye's
as-
shoulder looks pretty good for leaning against, so yeah, I'm out.
Okay.
Say
Wide-Eye
shoulder,
being-
he's still like fucking 6 foot above you, but
Probably his elbow then, I'm guessing? I don't know. Whatever it is that's closest. I've remembered the incident with the cart, and I'm like, oh, if he's okay with sharing personal space, I'm okay with sharing personal space.
Okay, so you guys watch as Yinfu kind of like drifts off almost immediately into what appears to be quite a deep slumber.
wow. Okay.
yeah, fuck it.
Can we all go into bed before we start taking these tonics?
Yes, yeah, you can if you fancy that.
I'll pick up. I'll try and like kind of pick up the Yinfu to carry her to her bed.
All right, so you kind of place her down there, and then kind of crack your own little vial of tonic and get that down you. And likewise, Lee May, you start to feel a deep, deep slumber approaching very rapidly.
Mm-hmm. I take it. I just let myself go under.
Okay, so Erlang, you watch as these guys kind of drift off into a sleep, and you kind of go about your own thing then while they get some rest. Everybody else, you now are experiencing the most vivid dreams you've had in a good few years. I'll let each of you decide what that may be, but as you guys start to wake up the next morning, Erlang is very curious to pick your brains about them.
Nice to see you all again. How did you sleep?
Deeply. Lots of dreams.
That means the potion worked.
I dreamt I was being chased by a Kirin, and then when it caught me, I was the Kirin. And then I was chasing lots of sheep, and their fur got stuck in my teeth. It was very strange.
You see Erlang immediately pull out a book from his pack, open it up, and start writing all this down. Need to record dreams as soon as you wake up, otherwise you'll forget them.
Also, Crispy, can I just quickly ask, can we have a long rest?
Yes, you'll get a chance for a long rest.
Because I'm quite... I need it.
Oh, delicious.
Delicious!
Delicious sleep.
Okay, so Erlang kind of starts to jot down the finer points of your dream, Yinfu, as you kind of narrate it to him.
That's very interesting. Do all satyrs have dreams like this?
I have never asked. This one's new for me. I've dreamt about Kirin before, but not like this. I've never been a Kirin. It's pretty exciting.
Goes back to scribbling. Thank you. Anyone else? Dreams to share before they fade?
Elias didn't partake.
I see.
I dreamt of I was back on my ship with my crew. We were in a storm, but it was my favourite time when we were in a storm. And it was just nice to see everyone again. But yeah, that was my dream.
Oh.
And I'll say that Lee May looks quite nostalgic, kind of sad. But
Anyone that's close by seeing Erlang writing into this will see that he's put like a note at the side of like deep signs of longing.
Jeez.
Well, okay. So, is
How's
there
everyone
anything
feeling?
that you do with these dreams?
Oh, it's purely an interest.
You're not. Okay.
Is there any particular reason why it's an interest?
Not everyone dreams. So, the circle that found me, were exclusively elves, and elves don't sleep or dream. So, from a young age, it was almost felt like a bit of a superpower. And then I met other people, found that other species, races dream and sleep. So it's just always been a bit of an academic interest. Some do, some don't. What they mean. Sometimes dreams can predict the future. Sometimes they linger on the past. Just find them fascinating.
Okay.
And sleep as well. I think you lie down on a special platform. You lay still, go unconscious for hours, travel to new worlds in your brain, and then get up and continue as if they hadn't happened.
Yep, that's
Huh.
that's pretty much what a dream is.
I have never given it that much thought before.
It's both really interesting and really weird.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look into it too much.
Leave that to me.
That's fine.
Right, is everyone ready to travel then?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think so, yeah.
But before we do go, when were we supposed to get a share of these silver bars?
We were already given 30?
Oh shit, I missed that completely. Who's carrying them?
Bagsy, not me, because I don't think I'm strong enough to.
Actually, not me.
I can carry them, I guess.
I will eventually homebrew up an item for that, but just make a note of it somewhere for now.
Yeah, we'll do.
Instead.
So I don't have anything on me at the moment, so it might as well be useful. with my strength.
Why did you take the tonic?
What
Fuck.
was that aimed at me?
Yeah. Except I'm assuming I just bleated at you.
Oh god, yeah, of course. Oh no.
I'm gonna, like, hold out the vial that was given to us the night before as, like, a bit of a visual indicator.
You know, Wide Eye's just gonna look at it and be like, I'm fine, thank you, Goat. I had some yesterday.
I think she's asking, did you have any special dreams? Did you not dream at all?
I'm going to nod
Oh,
very
well, you know, now that you
enthusiastically.
mention it, I went to this very nice auction house run by a man named Kimmick.
Okay. Sound.
I'm 100% okay with that being canonical if you want.
Yes!
Yeah, sure, why not? It's very strange. There was a lot of people there, and a very strange ragtag of a Goliath and a very handsome ranger and some other people.
You were dreaming about handsome men.
What can I say? He was dashing.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
These the dreams. They can be a little bit far-fetched, I guess.
Every dream has a meaning. Sometimes that meaning is you want to think about handsome men.
Sure. Well, okay. Shall we get going then?
I am desperate to ask more questions of Wide Eye about this dream, but I know it's just going to fall on deaf ears or non-understanding ears.
Right.
Yeah, let's go, I suppose.
Follow me then.
We go.
All right, so Erlang, you lead off the party, kind of departing from the hideout and kind of heading west. You obviously know these woods like the back of your hand, so you have no real problems in leading them there. So after about 4 hours traveling, you get to an area which you know is a couple of 100 meters away from your grove. This is, likely where the basilisk is to be.
Is everyone ready?
Yep.
Do we have a plan, or are you just wanting to charge in there?
Don't look at its eyes. So if
Okay.
you can get behind it, things like that. I do have a single dose of a petrification cure, just in case. But it's a single dose. If multiple of you get petrified, that's much harder to fix. I might be able to talk to the other druids in the grove and see if one of the masters can help you, but it's no guarantee.
How long will it take us to get there?
Are we basically there?
Maybe another 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, you're not far.
I'll cast Mage Armor.
I'm
Alright.
also going to cast Long Strider on myself.
Okay, cool. So you guys do that. Get yourselves kind of geared up as best you can.
Actually, I might use a second level spell slot and also cast it on Lee May. Excuse me. So you've got an extra 10 feet of movement.
Thank you. So I can run away when something hits me, right?
Yeah, although knowing you, I'm assuming you're going to run at something.
Yes.
If we wanted to get close to it, I'm going to gather everyone nearby, pull out some leaves and a little dream catcher. The leaves go up in smoke. The smoke surrounds us, and everyone is suddenly a lot quieter. I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Oh, what a spell. Sorry. It's a very, very good spell.
Okay, so yeah, you guys kind of gather round as Erlang performs this this bit of magic of his. And you feel yourselves get stealthier, almost as if you've kind of almost faded into the background a little bit.
A sort of a slight hint of smoke that clings to everyone that obscures your like solid outlines. Right, that should keep us a little bit a little bit more undetected. Everyone, draw your weapons and follow me. And he's going to continue sneaking off.
I follow.
Okay, so you guys follow Erlang, and he eventually kind of leads you to what starts to emerge as like a cobblestoned path, which kind of leads through the woods to the banks of a small stream. You can see the stream has got a natural bend in it here, and it's kind of formed a small pool, next to which is a very large, very old tree, which, unlike the rest of the forest around it, seems to be in flower and both a kind of almost unnaturally colourful in its appearance. Some of the petals kind of falling down, resting on the surface of the water. Beyond that, you can see what appears to be a ancient series of stone seats arranged in a circle around what appears to be a central fountain. And within that, you can just about see the kind of scales on the back of something, which is kind of hidden by this fountain.
I'll sort of do as he says and start averting eyes, like not trying not to look at the pool directly, I guess.
Okay,
Good.
so that was not a good roll.
Oh my god.
It's
Never
a good
seen
roll
that
for
before.
us.
I have never seen that before.
Okay, so you very evidently have the drop on on this creature there.
Jason's having audio issues.
Right. Well, we'll roll initiative and then we can give him a bit to sort it out.
I'm gonna try and cast Long Strider again to see if that updates our speed. See whether it actually does that.
Oh, there we go. I can hear people.
No, it
I
doesn't.
think.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Did you target anyone when you cast it?
Yeah, I targeted Lee May. I didn't target myself.
Oh,
I didn't
I
mean
guess
to.
I need to roll for initiative.
Zed, is your speed the way it should be?
I'm still on 30.
Okay. Yeah, no.
I'll just remember.
Automatic. That's a shame.
Sorry. How long does the spell last?
An hour.
An hour. Okay, cool. I'll just remember. I got 40 now.
Okay, so Ian, you cast that on Lee May.
I just wanted to see if casting Mage Armor changes my AC, but I don't think it does. But there is a way of like changing it on my character sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, anyone got any ideas?
Approach quietly. Don't let it see you. If it spots one of us, the jig is up, and the more we can surround it, the fewer of us it can try and look at.
Okay.
And remember, don't look in its eyes.
Where is it at in relation to us?
Can you not see the map?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was expecting him to be much bigger. I thought he was a twig.
More of a
You
twink.
should have no problems.
Can I get my hawk, please?
Yes.
He's so cute.
Until
I
he
should
starts turning us to stone.
Yeah.
This is where he's got really big, like puppy dog, Puss in Boots eyes.
Oh God, don't.
Okay, Yinfu, you are up first on the initiative tracker.
Cool. I would like to make my way forwards as stealthily as possible.
Okay. Okay, so you run swiftly, aided by Erlang's magic. You barely hear your own hoofbeats against the road as you go. You kind of keep an eye on this thing's form. It appears to still be kind of looking away from you.
Okay. If it's still looking away, I might attempt to try and circle this pool. I think going through the water is likely to be much noisier than me walking on the grass. So I'm going to use my action to dash.
As a
Hold on.
note, there is a rocky outcrop about 10 feet in.
Ooh. Ooh,
Love me a good rocky outcrop.
I could do a little leap. It would maybe be rude not to. Yeah. Fucking hell. Why? So I think it would be like 5 foot I can leap. So I'm gonna maybe just like move myself in, do a little hippie hop, sort of diagonally across.
Okay, roll me a stealth, because that wasn't the most graceful of...
No. Do I
So you
get a
get
plus
a
10
plus
to this?
10.
You
Plus
will get
10,
a plus
yeah.
10 from Pass Without Trace, yes.
I think that will do it. Yeah.
Oh!
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So, the splash seems to alert this creature, and it kind of raises its head and looks over towards you, Yinfu. However, you kind of hit the deck and, kind of press yourself into the rock. Now, your white fleece fortuitously blends in naturally with this rock, and with the effects of Erlang's magic on you, you're virtually indistinguishable from it as far as anybody observing you is concerned. You obviously keep your head pressed down to try and avoid that gaze.
Yeah, I think I take that as a bit of a blessing and commit to ending my movement there.
Okay, so I'll count that as a hide action because you rolled so well.
Cool, thank you.
So you are one with the rock. In fact, actually,
Mhm.
while you're here, you notice that there is a small, what appears to be quite old fishing rod lodged in one of the cracks here.
Oh. Does it look like I could maybe wriggle it free?
Yeah, you probably could.
Would that be a next turn kind of thing?
Yes, it probably would.
Cool. That's me done.
Right, I Probably gonna stick to the trees. So I can see again. Probably stay in the trees, sort of this side of the river. Move up, and I think I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay.
Okay. Gonna do a very similar thing, but I am gonna need to get close. Did you say it's turned round, Crispy, or is it back to looking away?
Well,
from...
it kind of put its head up a little bit, but it seems to have dismissed it.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
a fish.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm going across the. Okay, cool. Stop doing that. Sorry, all my effects have come up for some reason. That's really annoying. Okay, there we go. I've done 30 feet. I'm just going to use the dash action as well, just to get close, but I'm going to hide in this one just to, I think that's... Oh no, yeah.
If you've dashed, you should be able to take 4 red squares. Unless you've updated your speed on your character sheet, which is what I did.
Oh, I can manually do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that in a second then. I'll do 4 extra red squares. Oh no!
Sorry.
Sorry. Okay, let me just sneaky. You know what? What's say there?
Okay, so Lee May, you again, very quickly and very quietly get yourself into position, tearing along this path. Feet barely touching the bridge as you go over, and you get yourself positioned behind a thick shrubbery that obscures you.
Yeah.
So that brings us to Jason.
Okay, so what's the absolute straightest path I can take?
There is a short jump potentially.
You want to go through the water? Oh god. Okay.
That concerns me.
Actually, wait.
God.
So, what's the roll for a leap again? What's the actual skill check that it takes?
It's tied to your strength. I will find out exactly now. And obviously, with a running jump, you go further.
I think a long jump is like equal to your up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet
Yeah.
immediately. Otherwise, it's half that. So yeah, you can clear that.
Wait, so I could only jump 20 feet.
Only, yeah.
How big is this sort of?
It's huge. It towers above the rest of the forest.
I'm talking width. For example, if I was behind this,
it would obscure you completely. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, thinking about it, I could have probably put walls around that tree, but oh well.
5, 10, 15, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I reckon I could. Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a good idea to wide eye. So the plan is to just
Concerning
leap
statement.
over that. And
okay,
kind
so
of
wide
obscure
eye
my vision behind a tree.
Wide eye takes a running leap and kind of clears this little stream, landing with a grace that kind of belies the size of the man. Yeah, so you land wide eye in the kind of strong timbers of this ancient tree, kind of obscure your vision of this thing. But obviously, that's a two-way street.
Yeah, it's a two-way street. You know what? Fuck it. I'll take the dash action just to kind of get up against the tree.
Okay.
And that's
So you
that.
press yourself against the timbers here and kind of wait as your allies position themselves too.
So your options here are become rock or become tree, right? That's the way people are handling this.
Where's Havel when you need him?
I was gonna say if Havel taught me anything, it's always go tree.
Yes, you look up and see that this would be a perfect perch for an archer. You'd see so far around you with such an elevation.
Well, seeing as Wide-Eye did it. So if you move at least 10 feet, you can move up to. You can jump up
Up
to
to your strength score, yeah.
score.
Go on, Cal. What's your strength score?
So 9. So I would. So jumping across like this gap here would be reasonable because it's like half the space.
Yeah, I'd say that's you're probably
Okay.
looking about 7 feet
It
there.
does look like a muddy embankment there, though, Cal.
Mm.
Just
Yeah.
saying.
So get up to there. I'd be dashing at this point to get across. But
Okay, so you land and kind of get stuck a little in the mud, but you're able to free yourself quite easily. It's not too bad here.
and then I'll get up alongside Wide-Eye, stay in concealment. And I'll have Lynn follow across. And just sort of. So this is a really tall tree.
It is a really tall tree.
Okay, I'll have it like sit up in one of the upper branches then.
Okay.
End of turn.
So this creature kind of starts to idly meander around this kind of stone seating ring. You kind of have a little look around, but decides that it's not worth his time. Kind of sits itself back down again and kind of curls up as if it were to fall asleep. Yinfu. So by now you've kind of got a better view of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that it's not huge.
Does it look like it's a full-grown basilisk?
You would not know that.
Okay.
But you can see it's got some nasty-looking spikes kind of up along its kind of spine. It's like that dorsal ridge is just covered in them.
Yep. Feels wrong mocking a basilisk. Just, morally. I also don't necessarily want to be the only one drawing attention to myself. I'm going to try and make eye contact with Wide-Eye and Elias and sort of like indicate like, are you moving forwards?
Wide-Eye, the goat is in distress.
Yeah, I suppose I might turn to Elias and be like, there's something wrong with the goat's eyes.
Actually, I'm going to attempt to free that fishing rod before
Okay,
I move
cool.
anywhere.
So you kind of stick your hand down the kind of gap in the rocks where it's fallen, and you kind of grip the fishing rod, kind of pulling it out. You can see it's clearly been here a while, but it looks to be in good functional order.
Cool. I'm going to pop that somewhere where it's not going to cause problems, and then I'm going to attempt to leap off the rock.
Okay.
It's a little bit better. So that would be like 10, I think? 10 or 11?
Yeah, so that should be fine to cover that last little bit.
Cool. So I just leap straight at Wide-Eye.
Okay.
And then...
Wide-Eye takes a reaction and
And I'm gonna keep scooting up closer as quietly as possible.
Roll me a stealth, please.
Yep.
In fact, I'm going to roll a dice as well.
Do we still have the +10 for this?
You will, yeah.
I'm still concentrating.
Like, fuck, we have the stealth.
Well, I'm getting my nat ones out of the way early. Jesus. Okay, so yeah, Yinfu, you barely make any noise. The kind of sound of your footfalls kind of muffled a little bit by the magic, and also kind of quite a thick layer of petals.
Mhm.
And you're able to kind of sneak up to one of these stone seats and kind of put that between the two for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just move up a little bit further, and then I don't really want to be the one to start throwing hands, so I think how close am I? I'm like 10 foot away. Da, da, da. No, I'm gonna stay put. I'm not gonna do anything else. I don't want to be the one to start this, especially not up here on my own. So I'm gonna end turn there.
Okay. Erlang, you've watched these guys move relatively coordinatedly into position here. And they've managed to get a lot closer to it undetected than you'd originally thought possible, but there you go.
Let me just measure something quickly. Okay, that's not ideal. Just a bit closer than I was hoping. I'm gonna move up 30 feet. If I get the right tool. So hopping over the bridge. 30 feet takes me to there. And I think that means it's now within 30 feet. It is. So I am going to cast Infestation. Oh, I'll target before I do the stuff. So I cause a cloud of parasites basically to appear on it. It needs to succeed in a con save, or it takes poison damage and moves in a random direction.
Okay, it fails that.
So it takes 5 poison damage. And then roll a d4. What's number 4? 4, it moves west.
Okay, so
5 feet.
Oh no, I'm west.
yeah, it's because of the nature of that seat. I'm going to have to either move it I'm going to move it this way because it can't go through that.
Yeah.
So it kind of comes around, kind of still being pestered by these, kind of probably mosquitoes in this kind of environment. And as it comes around here, it sees you, Yinfu, and the jig is up. I'm afraid for you, at least.
Yup.
It's kind of surprised a little bit and hisses at you, but it's obviously still taken aback a little.
In the interest of fairness as well, as soon as it came round that seat, I would have been stupid enough to look at it.
We will discuss that on the start of your next turn.
Okay.
And I will end turn.
Okay, Li Mei, you can see obviously this thing now knows very much that Yinfu is there. And you know what Yinfu is like in these situations.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, that's not magic. Right. Okay. I can't really run at it with my eyes closed.
That's actually a very good point. Are you going to choose to avert your gaze, or are you going to take the risk? And
I am going to, yeah, I'm going to avert my gaze.
okay, so you kind of try your best to avoid looking at this thing.
And I'm not trying. I'm trying not to. I'm going to look at it, but I'm going to try and just.
You'll be able to look at the ground as long as your eyes aren't on it, so you'll be able to kind of, half a route over there, largely unaffected.
Okay, cool. I'll get right up in it because I know Yinfu is going to be. I know what Yinfu's like, so I'm going to get in there as soon as possible. Try not to look at it as I do, and I'm going to immediately. And he says it's got spikes on its back.
It does, yeah.
Shit. Okay, that's my other plan out the window. I'm just gonna try and dab it.
Dab it?
Huh?
You say you're gonna dab?
Pop it.
Dab! Not dab!
Runs up and just mogs the basilisk.
I'm guessing I don't have advantage seeing.
You will have disadvantage as it happens because you are not looking at it, so you're attacking blind.
Okay. Before I do that, then actually, I will. As a bonus action, I'll use my fighting spirit so that it cancels it out.
Cancels that one out. Yep.
And then I'll do it.
That is a hit.
Brilliant. Nice.
I will apply that for you now.
Full damage. That's great. Oh, sorry, I didn't target it. Apologies.
That's fine.
I will just target it now.
Okay, so you can't take a swing in this thing's direction. And because it's obviously you're still under the lingering effects of Pass Without Trace, you close the distance. It doesn't really kind of notice you as it's kind of more distracted by its sudden discovery of Yinfu, so you manage to kind of get a good slash into this thing's left flank.
And that is where I'm going to end my turn.
Okay, why die?
Would I have been able to? I've seen Yinfu go forward. My position, would I have been able to see Li Mei? I can't remember where she was at the beginning.
You would have seen her kind of make her initial dash before
Yeah,
she...
just seen her absolutely sprint off.
So yeah, it would be fairly easy to work out from that, but shit's about to get started.
Yeah, he's going to come around the tree.
Okay, so as you step out, Wise-Eye, do you avert your gaze, or do you take that risk?
I come round, I see that it's kind of... Because it'll be looking over in this direction, won't it? From where it's seen Yinfu kind of thing. I'm going to risk it. Risk it for the biscuit.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw, please.
Fine.
In fact, I might be able to put that in the chat. There we go.
Do I get anything for anything on that? No. Cool. All right. Let's go for it. What survey says.
So Wide-Eye, you kind of pop out and you notice that this thing's eyes are positioned kind of like on the side of its head. It's almost like a prey animal would be. and one of its eyes, kind of like almost like a chameleon's, flicks over in your direction. As it kind of starts to kind of assess you and you feel your body start to noticeably slow down.
Okay. So I'm slowing down, but I can still move at the moment.
You can, yeah.
Okay, well. He's going to rage, obviously. And he's going to make an attack with the idea of like bringing it down. So kind of like slamming it down and finishing the attack, kind of looking at the ground.
Okay, cool. So roll me that, please.
Hey, target work this time. Hand axe. Attack.
Yeah, that is a hit.
Wonderful. For 12.
And that's some good damage as well. So you kind of bury the axe kind of into this thing's kind of scales exterior, getting a good few inches in before kind of yanking the axe free. Blood starts oozing from the wound, and it kind of hisses in response.
Okay. And enter.
Okay, Elias.
Okay. Well, seeing Wide-Eye went that way, I'll come round the tree from the other way, sort of slowly to begin with. Can I see it from here?
You can, and it can see you. Are you going to avert your gaze, or are you going to go as normal?
I want to try and avert my gaze.
Okay, cool. So you kind of come out and kind of keep your head down, bearing Erlen's warning in mind. Now, obviously, you have the added advantage of potentially being able to see through Lynn's eyes.
Yeah,
But obviously, that runs a risk of Lynn falling victim.
yeah, basically. Could have picked a creature that was blind. Could have had like a mole or something come up behind it. Okay. Oh shit. That's something I was gonna try and do. I just realised it's not gonna work. Oh, that kind of puts paid to that. Okay. I'll continue moving up to try and come up on this side.
Okay.
Now, out of like my peripheral, can I? Is it not looking at me anymore?
Roll me an intelligence check, please.
Just a check.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So you're not 100% certain, but you're not too far from being directly behind this thing. So you feel like now is probably the safest angle you could get to attack this thing.
Okay. Well, I'm going to look directly at it then.
Okay, and sure enough, it seems that its vision arc doesn't quite extend this far back.
Okay. In that case, I will cast. Let me target it. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to cast Mold Earth.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and upheave the ground around it and kind of dump it on top of it because I want it to try and force it to like close its eyes or something. Kind of going like outside the.
You know what? Why not? Let's have a roll from. Okay, so the dirt kind of starts to fall down on its head, but it kind of starts shaking it vigorously, and the most kind of gets caught in amongst these spines, and that dissipates the effects quite a lot.
Okay, that sucked. In that case, I'm gonna have. Okay. Here's an idea. I'll have Lynn come round from my side now that I've deemed it's relatively safe from this angle, and Lynn's gonna dive bomb onto the back of its head and try and scratch its eyes.
Okay.
Um,
In which case, have Lynn roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
okay. Da-da-da.
Okay, so Lynn's starting to get affected by this.
Okay. Does she still get an attack in?
Yeah, she can make an attack.
Hey,
Yeah, that is a hit.
that's a nat 20
Crit,
actually.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Damn.
Okay, cool. So Lynn kind of dives in, and its talons find their mark, kind of gripping down into this creature's right eye. It kind of bellows in pain as this hawk just kind of rips out its right eye. So that significantly narrows the danger area.
Do we still roll the damage, or is that like
Yes,
the
please.
effect of? Okay,
That's the effect of, but
that's a critical
only the
hit.
one.
And I'll.
Would it do 2 damage if it's just does 1 damage and it's a crit?
I don't know, because it's kind of like.
It's like, hey, you roll the dice again. The dice is a 1d1.
What does it say? The hawk attacks with its talons. Roll.
I can
Mine-
see the logic behind that. Let's apply that again, shall we? There we go.
Okay, fine, fair enough.
You're welcome, guys. I got us a free single point of damage.
Is it ever a free point of damage around here, though?
Right, time to start writing up character sheet number 3.
Okay, so
and then I will sort of move another foot up, so I'm now
put some
concealed.
cover behind you. Okay, cool. So you dodge back behind there. The basilisk now is kind of enraged by this, so it's going to start lashing out at the only 2 targets it can now see, with its only kind of 1 remaining eye. So the first one, it's going to be against you, Lee May, so he's going to roll that. And there it is again, another 1. Lee May, roll me a counterattack, please.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Do you want me to do this with disadvantage still, as I'm not looking directly at it?
Yeah, please.
Does that hit?
That does not, I'm afraid. You kind of catch it on its spines, and that blocks the blow.
Mm-hmm.
That was a 3 and a 20.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Oh, that's
having failed that, it is going to kind of swing around and try and bite you. Bite eye. This one is a bit more successful, so that is going to hit. Let me find the damage for that. So that is going to be 10 piercing and 5 poison, which obviously you're immune to, or not immune, but resistant to piercing, so a grand total of 10. As this thing bites you, you can kind of feel an immediate sting as some fangs start to inject something pretty nasty into you. that is the end of the Basilisk's turn. So Yinfu, thanks to the fairly adept actions of your companions, you're no longer in perhaps as much of immediate danger as you'd originally thought.
Oh, quick. Before we carry on. Sorry, I was muted. Didn't realise I was muted on here. He's resistant to poison as well. All damage but psychic.
Why is that not? Because I've just applied that directly from the thing there. All right, I'll give you 3 HP back.
Yes. I'll save my ass later.
No, it's me thinking I'd finally found something that was a threat to Wide Eye.
Oh no.
It's all right. I know where to find Elder Brains.
Oh no.
Okay, cool. So yes, Yinfu, sorry, back to you.
I'm gonna do the big dumb, and I'm gonna just attempt an unarmed strike on it, I think.
Okay.
Just gonna attempt to punch it.
I was wondering how long we'd get into this session before you tried to punch something.
Well, it works. So roll me that damage, please.
Yep.
That's a pretty hard
Big punch
punch.
there from Yinfu.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Jeez.
And then I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to Li Mei, who is right next to me.
Okay.
Merci beaucoup.
And that is going to be the end of my turn.
All right, Erlang, you can kind of see that these guys are being reasonably effective here. They're laying into this thing pretty well. But obviously, it still remains a threat, and it does still have one active eye. So,
I think
are you going to avert your gaze still, or are you going to take the risk?
Would I know if I'm far enough away that it can't focus on me and affect me?
You are still under the effect of Pass Without Trace, so it's probably not going to be an issue until you get a bit closer.
Okay, in that case, I will look at it or look towards it and cast yeah, let's just cast Infestation again. I've still got it targeted. Can we make a con save, please?
Okay. Okay, it's passes this time.
I think that I'm going to move up a bit actually. Which eye was it that was damaged? The
It's
right
right
eye.
eye.
So I'm going to move. Oh, not on the right tool. I will move up into the trees over this way. And pass turn.
Okay, Li Mei. Are you keeping your eyes averted?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to risk it.
And obviously, you have been warned by this druid previously, so.
Yeah, and I really don't want to be here. But I am gonna. I know it may not mean much, but I'm gonna try and aim for its head, even if I'm not. I'm gonna try my best to try and get its other eye.
Take a swing at it, please. Disadvantage.
Yep.
Don't forget you have bardic inspiration as well.
Okay. I'm just
Unfortunately, that's
debating.
not great on this system with the attacks because it obviously tells you straight away if you've hit or not.
Yeah.
Can I add it to my damage instead?
That's not how it works, I'm afraid.
Damn. Okay. So would I need to say I'm adding the bardic inspiration beforehand?
In this instance, what you could do is detarget. Then it won't
Beforehand.
come up as green or not, but it just, I guess we've already kind of found out what its AC is for everybody else's actions, but I guess you'd know that anyway if we weren't doing it, so it's up to you.
If I could just interject here quickly, given that I'm using 2024 rules and Pascal's using a 2024 subclass, I know there was a change to how Bardic Inspiration worked. So they've changed it so that blah blah blah. Bardic Inspiration die once within the next hour when the creature fails a D20 test, which is ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws. They can roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add it, potentially turning the failure into the success. And it's extended when it's rolled.
Yeah,
Up to you.
I'd be happy to run with those rules. They're fairly common sense. They don't seem overly, game breaking.
Okay. Cool. I will roll with disadvantage then. I was debating whether doing fighting spirit again, but I don't want to use up all my things in case if anything else happens because it's crispy. So I'm scared. So hey,
There you go. So as a hit, you kind of
Fantastic.
swing at this thing and you feel the resistance as your blade meets its body.
Amazing. Right. Nice.
Another
I'm
good
hitting well.
hit.
See, I'm not
Clearly
bad fighter this
working
time.
out some anger issues from perhaps the previous fights.
Yeah. And then no, I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't think I could do that on my as a bonus action. I was gonna say, can I grab some dirt and try and throw it in its face?
That would be an action.
Yeah, I thought it would be. So I was like, But anyway, I will leave it at that for now.
Okay. So, Wide Eye, you'd said kind of your last swing, you'd kind of bring it down so that you'd avert your gaze afterwards. Is that still the plan?
Yeah. Knowing what he was told previously by Erlang, and the very funny feeling in his body, he can kind of piece two and two together. That looking is not good. So he is going to try and get out of its gaze and come around behind it. I don't. So how tall are these
So the
structures?
backs of these chairs are about 10 foot high, so they're pretty tall.
Oh, right. Do you reckon there's enough space to move round? Can't remember. Can you pass through?
There would be enough of a gap there that you'd be able to kind of get through it. It's
yeah. So what he's going to do is like staring at the ground. He's going to put his right hand on the wall and use that to guide himself around.
Okay.
And like get him around here or look up and try and get behind it. Which square would be better? That one or that one?
Well, that would be direct. If you one above, would be directly behind it. And obviously, it has lost its right eye as well.
Well, he doesn't know that for definite.
Well,
he just heard screaming and saw a fucking random thing flying. But yeah, he'll get behind and he's going to aim for the tail. That's kind of where he's thinking of hitting it. So he would like to make an attack.
That's
a 19 hit. And 12.
Okay, that's another good hit as you kind of strike this thing's tail.
Wunderbar. Not really much else he can do at the moment, so he will end turn there.
Cal?
Sorry, I was muted again. So what sort of effect has it had on Lynn so far?
It's becoming noticeably more sluggish, and you can kind of feel that she's finding it harder to stay airborne.
Well, from Lynn's position then, try and make another attack at the other eye.
You can try to, yep.
Is it going to be a disadvantage or anything?
Well, if she's looking at it, then no.
Okay.
But I will need her to make another con save, please, as she kind of flies into the
Okay.
active eyes field of vision.
Do that first then.
Okay, so Lynn manages to kind of resist this for now.
Not so good.
This time, the creature kind of lowers its head a little, kind of making sure its protective spikes are in Lynn's path, so she kind of has to abort the attack run.
Got it. Okay. In that case, I will cast. Oh, sorry, I will come back out from where I'm hiding. Do I need to? Am I still in its blind spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Distance.
In that case, I'll cast Mind Sliver. So it needs to make a DC 15 intelligence save.
It has failed that.
Cool. 6 psychic damage. And its next saving throw has minus 1d4.
Okay, cool. So yes, this thing fails that. Obviously, very distracted at the minute.
Okay. Then I'll duck back behind cover again and turn.
Okay, so the basilisk now is kind of infuriated and is just lashing out, kind of just animalistic rage. So again, it's going to attack the nearest to it. So first one's going to be against you, Lee May.
Okay.
Ooh, that one hits. Ooh, that one hurts. Big bite there to Lee May.
God damn.
As it kind of just grabs hold of your forearm, and you try and shake it loose, but it just sinks the teeth in deeper. You have to kind of really give ground and try and beat it away with the pommel of your sword, and it only just lets go. Still enraged, it then turns on Yinfu. However, it rolls a nat 1, so Yinfu, do you want to make an unarmed attack, please?
Heck yeah.
How many now?
I know this thing is just destined to die. It's
Yeah.
Good.
14. I can't see whether that passed or not, though.
no, that's not done, I'm afraid.
Okie dokie.
And that is the end of its turn, and it will have shifted around slightly to attack you there. Obviously, that is better for Elias and Wide-Eye there. Not quite so good for Li Mei, Yinfu, and well, Erling is still a reasonable distance away, so you're probably fine. All right, Yinfu, your turn.
Cool. Same as the last, I'm gonna attempt to punch it.
Okay, cool. Roll me some damage.
Nice! Nat 20!
Your punches are so good.
How would you like to do this?
Nice. So like just like a solid right clock, like straight into its eye socket. And just something about the angle, like, and the momentum behind her, like throwing her whole body weight at it. Just like her hand sort of like pops the eye slightly.
Okay, so you do that, and this thing just wails out, kind of shivers a little bit, and then just collapses to the floor dead.
Job done.
I am never getting in a bar fight with you.
Okay, yes. So with that now very dead, you guys kind of gather and assess the thing. It's not huge. This creature, you'd probably estimate maybe about 6 foot from kind of snout to tail.
Do I recognise this as the basilisk that had been stalking this place?
You do, yes, and you would know that this one probably isn't a full-grown one.
Oh, really? Thank you, everyone. Despite the fact that it's a child, it still caused us a fair amount of issues.
Ooh, we just killed a baby? I just killed a baby?
Did someone say baby?
Infant.
Wait, so if there's a baby, then
Where's its
where's its
mother?
mama? Erline, was it just this one? Are you completely sure?
This was the only one I knew about, but if you want, I can check. And I'm going to, as a ritual, cast locate animals and plants, specifying basilisk.
Okay, the rest of you spend a very tense 10 minutes as Erlang begins to ritual cast this.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna make myself comfortable at this. In fact, I'm probably gonna put myself back on the rock, and I want to try out the fishing rod.
Okay, cool. So, you get yourself set up. Erlang, you detect no basilisks in this vicinity.
There's no basilisks within 5 miles, so I think we're safe.
Meanwhile, Yinfu, you're sat upon this rocky perch. You've got a great little view here. The pool is lovely and clear. When you feel a tug on the end of your fishing rod.
I'm gonna try and reel it in.
Sure, so you give it a good fight. It takes you a couple of minutes, but you eventually reel in what appears to be a koi, about 2 foot long and kind of wriggling on the rocks in front of you. It seems to be kind of like giving you stink eye a little bit.
No.
What happened?
I am going to absolutely brick myself, have a moment of like dropping the rod and then trying to recatch the rod.
There's a
Okay.
hook in my face!
You drop the rod, but kind of get your composure back a little bit, and you manage to grab the rod just as this fish is jumping towards the pool. You manage to keep hold of it.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try and like get hold of the fish, but without tugging it in the hook.
Who puts a hook in food?
Oh God, I'm so sorry. Let me try and get that out for you.
Roll me a dex saving throw, please. Or sleight of hand, actually, that would be better. It's not the most surgical extraction, but after a while, you manage to get the hook out of this fish's mouth, although you have caused it a little bit of pain during the process.
Oh! Oh! Oh, that hurt! Oh,
Oh,
very sophisticated of you!
I'm gonna cast Healing Word for him. I'm feeling really bad about this.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you kind of managed to heal the fish's kind of scar where the hook had obviously kind of pierced its fish. It is feeling a little better now.
Oh! Oh! Oh, that's... Oh, thank you! Oh! You casted magic! Are you some kind of necromancer?
No, I'm.
Are you a master of the illusionary arts?
I'm afraid I'm going to be a big disappointment to you.
Oh. Well, what are you? Are you going to eat me?
No, I'm a satyr. I'm vegetarian.
What were you doing fishing?
So by now, the rest of you have kind of heard the commotion that is going on here and gather round to watch this scene that, you would not believe it had it been written in a play. As the satyr balanced on the rock is engaged in an argument with a fish.
Do I recognise this fish as this is my druid grove?
Yeah, you've seen Frank before. You know he's a bit melodramatic.
I've got a name now!
Oh my god.
Ah, hi Frank. Good to see you dodge the basilisk gaze.
Who are you?
I'm Erlang. I've fed you before.
Oh no, food just falls to me from the heavens!
Oh, Frank, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna splash him back in the water. I've suddenly remembered that he's a fish.
Right, but, are you, letting me go, though?
No, I'm keeping hold of you, but I've just dumped you under the water.
Oh, no need for that! I can breathe just fine out of water! I was cursed by a shitty wizard!
Shitty wizard.
Is that a wizard from the city?
I don't know where they were from!
Doesn't really know what a city is either, to be honest with you.
What's a city?
A shitty wizard.
How long have you been cursed?
A trillion years! Or 2 years in your time.
How many years?
A trillion!
Two.
Yes, and the wizard, he cursed me! But now I know magic!
Oh? I'm gonna hold him away from me, just in case the magic is bad.
Do not fear! I only know 2 spells. The first is water breathing. The second is wish.
You
Fish
can
wish?
wish.
Yes, I can give a wish to any who will return me to my original pool.
And
Oh.
where is that?
I don't
Erlang sits
know.
down. He's heard this all before.
I think it's at the top of a mountain or something.
A
It's out
mountain?
often.
Do we know of any local mountains?
In terms of local mountains, there aren't really any. The nearest mountain range is probably about a week's travel to the south.
Did you travel down this stream?
I think so. Kind of, feel like a few brain cells got ripped out with that hook, if I'm honest. Where the fuck am I?
You're. Wait, why are we talking to a fish?
Because the fish is talking to us. Also, I
Is there a
accosted him.
waterfall nearby? Up the waterfall, yes!
Top of your waterfall is your home.
Yes! Yes, it is. That is one of two possibilities.
So you don't actually know.
No!
Oh, good.
I am either a man turned fish, to which if I'm returned to my pool, I will return to my original form and give a fish wish, if you will. Or the water will be very poor for me and I will die.
I'm fine with either case, to be honest.
Are you prepared to risk the death?
As I've told you before, Frank, it's a good job the other spell you know is water breathing.
It is a shame it does not work in seawater.
Oh, you're a freshwater fish.
I think so.
Yinfu, you are an inland stream. It would make no real sense for him to be a saltwater fish.
Yes! Who would put salt in water anyway? Some psychopath who puts hooks in food.
I mean, if you're cooking a nice carbohydrate, a little bit of salt does make a big difference. I'm up for taking him home. I
Really?
do feel quite bad about the hook in the mouth situation.
Isn't he technically already home? He doesn't actually know that he's home.
Yes,
Can you
it's
give
because
us a
of the
wish?
machinations of that shitty wizard. I've used my daily wish.
A daily wish?
Well, you know. I wished for food, but sadly it had a hook in it.
Oh, the old monkey paw
Yes.
wish.
Oh my god.
At least I think that's what happened. Again, brain cells.
So, is there anything else you could tell us about this nasty wizard?
No!
Why have you never just wished to not be a fish again?
Official business!
There is one thing about this entire bit that confuses me. How does the fish know how to speak goat?
He's clearly bilingual.
It was one of the many curses of the shitty wizard.
Oh, a curse.
Yes!
Hold on, speaking goat isn't a curse.
How many fishes do you know with lungs?
I know of lungfish.
So
They-
two
I
fish
don't.
now, you and the lungfish. Is he also in this stream?
No, they live in ponds that dry out in the summer.
I do not want to dry out in the summer.
Right, come here, Frank, and I'm going to cast Goodberry.
On Frank!
Well, I'm going to cast Goodberry, making up to 10 berries, and I'm going to distribute to everyone and, like, toss one towards Frank.
Frank, a blessing from the heavens. You recognize these good berries.
Oh, you are the one! The heavenly figure that feeds!
Oh my god.
I didn't know wish after all.
Okay, so
Now everyone's met Frank.
I like Frank.
Can we keep him?
Look, Look,
Where?
I'd like to try and take him home.
Where
I'll
are
carry
we
him.
going? Where are we going to keep him? How are you going
We
to
can-
carry him?
We could get a bowl.
From where?
What?
Good point. But we'll figure it out.
He can breathe. We could just carry him back.
For now, can I find some way of like putting my backpack on my front and like propping him in the backpack so he can kind of see what's happening?
Sure, why not? Okay, so Frank is positioned carefully in this backpack now, and you got to make sure that you can carry this comfortably. It doesn't look like it's going to be too much of an obstruction. Frank gets noticeably excited when he spots the waterfall in the distance.
Oh, yes, the waterfall, yes.
Okay, are we taking him up the waterfall? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're taking him up the waterfall.
Yeah, why not? What else are we gonna do today?
I've
Well-
decided I'm doing this whether you guys are coming with me or not.
Erlang, is there a safe way up the waterfall?
Yes, there's a path I can show you that goes around the cliff.
Let's go. Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna carve some pieces off the basilisk.
Wait! If we take one more step, we'll be the furthest away from home I've ever been.
Oh,
But
God.
Frank, I thought we were
You're
taking
not-
you home.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're not
yes,
from here.
that's
This isn't.
exactly what's happening. Yes, sorry, forgot what was going on for a second there.
It's okay, it's been a stressful day.
Yes. Does this mean I am your companion?
Sure, if you want to be.
Ah,
It's a short-term companion.
yes. I knew a bard who had a fish as a companion.
Frank, was it me?
No, but he helped Tuna.
I think you really damaged Frank's brain when you hooked him up. He's usually much more eloquent. He's a writer of poetry. I have never heard him spout this many puns at once. It's normally poetry that touches the soul, not makes you groan.
I am not used to this much oxygen and brain damage.
I can put you back in the water.
No,
Okay.
I like my warm little bag.
I dread to think how fishy everything is going to smell after this, but I guess it's comeuppance for putting a hook
You
through your
could- yeah.
face.
Oh, don't be so coy about it.
Oh no.
Okay, so you look up at this cliff, and it seems like it would be scalable. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh no!
I didn't realise.
Oh, I hate
Right.
this so much.
I'll cross off my scale mail pun off the list.
Okay. Yeah, this is happening. Okay, let's just get on with it so I can put this out of my misery.
Why did I was just going about I could just throw him up.
George.
No!
I am quite aerodynamic.
No, I am going to scale up that fountain, not fountain, waterfall with Frank.
Let me know if I can help.
God, so many puns. Right. I'm gonna help Yimfu get up there.
Okay, so Yinfu, I'm going to need a athletics check, please.
Uh-huh. Can I bargain an acrobatics?
Yes, you can.
I
Seeing this
am.
is happening, I'm also going to come along and give guidance.
Oh,
Oh, are you a wizard?
Oh God.
Frank, you know I'm a druid. I've swum with you before.
Oh, Oh, yes, I didn't recognize you in this form. Oh, yes.
Swimming with Koi, part of the Make a Fish Foundation.
It's 1d4, isn't it? I'll just pop it in with my
Yeah.
roll.
Nice.
Yinfu, you scale this cliff pretty easily. There are lots of kind of rugged rocks which have obviously been victim to erosion over the centuries. So you have plenty of hand and footholds to get purchase on. So yes, you reach the top of this, and Frank is very excited as he kind of, catches glimpse of this stream ahead of him.
Yes, I'm certain of it. This is my destiny. It calls. That is not another fish, don't worry.
I think we've got our hands and bags full at this point of fish. How's it looking? Just keep going then? Any of this look more familiar?
Yes, toss me in.
In?
Oh no.
Yes, toss me in.
He's gonna go right back. No, Frank, the water's flowing back down the waterfall.
What do you mean? I can handle it. I'm a fish.
Can you?
Is there someone at the bottom of the waterfall?
So Lee May is at the
Wide
bottom.
eye.
Wide eye is
on the bottom.
Wide eye is there as well.
Listen to me. You have to believe. Anything is possible.
Oh my fucking
Now,
hell.
Frank, before I do this, I'm going to turn around and make sure Frank can also see over the waterfall. You see the big guy there?
No.
Hmm. Oh no. Do you need glasses?
I'm nearsighted. I'm a fish.
Can you see the big hulking shape?
Can I see the great hulking shape, or is it just a blur in my fishy eyes?
I'm going to roll a perception for you, seeing as...
I've got a dice here. I get a -10 because I'm a fish.
okay, rolled up.
Holy fuck, I just rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
You can see the big hulking shape at the bottom.
I was going to say I was going to roll a nat 1 as a joke, but I actually rolled a nat 20 and didn't want to give it up.
I earned it. That's Wide Eye. That's our friend. He's a bear. You know what bears like to eat, Frank? They like to eat fish.
Ah, they are natural-born fishermen, eh?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to risk being a bear snack?
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll talk with him and make a little squid pro quo.
Oh no.
Do I think this will in fact be fine? Do I trust that Frank knows what he's doing when he says, "Put me in the water"?
Well, it's a fish. It's asking you to put it in water. That's not the most unnatural thing you've heard.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay, he's going in.
Okay, so you kind of gently release Frank into the stream, and he very energetically starts to kind of swim upstream. You lose sight of him for a while. You kind of turn back to inform everybody. As you turn back, you see Frank kind of heading back down the stream. This time on his back, belly up, not moving.
Can I get into the stream to try and catch him?
You can try. Please roll me a. This time it will be athletics, I'm afraid.
Okay. Fuck.
Oh no!
In your panic, you lose your footing, and now both you and Frank are heading over this waterfall. Okay, so Wide Eye, you are faced with a choice at the bottom here. You can see Lynn. Sorry, not Frank.
No, I'll catch Frank.
You'll catch Frank. Okay, Lee May, you can potentially attempt to catch Yinfu, maybe.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
I'm gonna compete with Wide Eye. Lynn is gonna try and catch Frank in midair.
Oh no!
Okay, cool. All three of you, please roll me a sleight of hand.
It'd just be a dex. Seeing as Lynn doesn't have sleight of hand.
That is true, I suppose. Yeah, go on, fuck it.
Okay, never mind.
Sleight of hand, normal. There we go.
Okay, so Li Mei, you managed to kind of arrest Yinfu's fall mostly. And kind of with the water there's nothing really lasting damage other than perhaps a bit of shock. Wide Eye, you kind of watch this hawk swoop in, but you'll be damned if you let a good snack go out of your way. So you kind of bat it aside with your hand axe, and with your other hand, you reach out and grab the fish.
Wide Eye, no!
Frank, that's the bear!
Wide Eye?
Well, I was gonna look at him like, why are you saying no? I was catching Frank.
Okay.
I like that he's taken the time to learn the fish's name. But
Well, he can understand the fish. Frank speaks in common,
Such is
doesn't
the
he?
nature of Frank's curse.
And he's going to look at them and be like, don't worry, I've got this. And he's going to throw Frank back over the waterfall.
Roll me a ranged attack, please, with your javelin, but just use that as the framework for it.
I don't have a javelin because took it out my
Oh, didn't I? In which case, just roll me a d20 and add your
I don't think
proficiencies.
he's quite as aerodynamic as a javelin.
Is he a well-fed fish?
D20. All right.
Yeah, I gave him a good berry. That can sustain a person.
Rage as well, okay.
Oh wow, this fish is dining like a king.
Right, so that's the D20 14 proficiency. What's that +2?
Did you say you were going to reckless with this?
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, we're gonna reckless with this. All right, okay, still would have been that one. So what's that proficiency? +2, isn't it? I didn't mean to click that. Ignore that. 16.
Yep. Okay. So you kind of grab Frank by the tail and just hurl him up the waterfall. Like you overshoot quite substantially. Like this fish goes, probably 15 feet in the air above the waterfall. You wait to
happening.
you wait to hear a splash, but all you hear is a thud.
Frank, are you okay?
Oh! Oh no.
Frank!
Oh my god, let me get back up there.
Can you roll me another dex, please? Sorry, acrobatics even.
Yep.
Okay, and for you clamber back up there, spurred on by the sounds of Frank's anguish.
Frank?
I'm guessing I'm just like dying.
It's not looking good for you, Frank. I'll be real with you here.
I'm gonna healing word him again.
Oh my god.
Okay, Frank, you're feeling a lot better now. A bit dusty, perhaps, but.
That is the last time I listened to you about going back in that water.
No, I just throw me back in. I swear.
The backpack or nothing. It's your choice.
No, I need to. Let me talk to the bear.
Why don't he wants to speak to you? Come up.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? I'll climb up.
Okay, athletics, please. Okay, so why don't you manage to climb up with no issues?
Oh yeah, what's up, Frank?
I need your terrific strength to throw me further afield, up this river.
I had to heal him, Wide Eye. I had to heal him.
suppose.
He can't understand me. Fuck's sake.
The goat is bleating at you, Wide-Eye. It seems angry.
You must do it. Believe me. Before I was turned into a fish, I worked in the medical field.
Oh, well.
I was
I
a
mean, that's-
surgeon.
Wide-Eye does know that surgeons are quite smart. So it's like, I trust in you, Frank.
No, a sturgeon.
Oh no!
Dickhead. Don't worry, Frank. I believe in you. I trust what you're telling me.
Believe.
I am still holding Frank, and I am not keen to relinquish him. Just for context.
How much does Yinfu weigh?
She doesn't weigh very
question.
much.
Who does not weigh very much. She's only small and quite slight.
Yeah, she's like less than 5 foot. I may regret telling you that, but
No, the intrusive thoughts I'm going to win at the moment. He's like, he's put his hand out and be like, I need the fish.
I'm gonna shake my head.
You must relinquish me to him.
Frank, I think this is a bad idea.
I think it's a good idea.
Why do you want to be thrown? Is this entertainment for you? Like, do you enjoy this?
He's a flying fish.
Shit, beat me to it. You must believe in me. You know nothing about magic fish. So, frankly, you're filled with a load of pollux.
Fuck's sake.
The last pun, I shake my head, and I hand him across. I'm not healing you.
Very well. Launch me!
I mean, fish gets what the fish wants.
My paradise awaits!
He is going to reckless. He's going to put everything he has into this throw. He's going to take some time though. He's going to, lick his finger, test the air, see which way it's blowing, kind of figure out his trajectory. He's aiming, making sure Frank lands in the water. Don't know how to do two separately. Oh wait, yeah, that was a natural 20.
That was a nat 20. Yeah, okay, cool. Frank, you are catapulted into the air.
Oh wow. Should I roll like fly or something?
You're not going to be. You're in a parabolic arc here. It's. I mean, you could attempt potentially to influence the outcome of your flight path if you wish. You do possess fins.
Yes, that sounds like a fantastic idea.
Okay, Guy, roll me a dice, please.
Not what?
Is that actually?
Yes. It actually is. Oh my god. I'm taking a picture.
Okay. Okay, so Wide-Eye, you give Frank altitude, speed, and a trajectory directly into the heart of this stream. Frank, however, has potentially other ideas, thinking he's going slightly off, but remembering that he is short-sighted, so probably doesn't have the best idea of that. He tries his best to kind of bank to port and kind of bring about a course change, which he succeeds in doing directly into an oak tree.
Oh no!
Obviously, it's quite far away from you guys, so you're not entirely sure what happens to Frank. You just know he didn't go where you intended him to.
I'm assuming with the way that Wide-Eye threw him, he went far as well.
Yeah, that's that's a big throw, powerful arm. Nat 20. I mean, that's like kind of NFL quarterback style.
Well, I hope Frank gets to live a happy life.
I'm just gonna turn and look at Wide-Eye. I can't say anything. I'm just horrified.
He's gonna like brush off his hands together and be like, "Well, another good dairy done for the day."
Frank, do you want me to roll your death saves, or do you want to do it?
Frank has like a -10 to every roll, right? So actually, I
true.
don't think he's capable of succeeding a death saving throw.
Unless you get a nat 20.
2 of them. Yeah, Chris, you roll it. You've been rolling well this session, right?
Well, let's see, shall we? So, roll number 1. Why am I rolling as wide? It doesn't matter. Anyway, Frank, what we've been doing around this table is every time a death save roll is rolled, a memory is kind of narrated to the assembled party. So, what's a memory from Frank's past that he cherishes dearly?
Frank
First day
remembers.
at school, maybe.
Yes, first day in school. Yeah, I think that Frank's early life was it came with strife, and his father was always away on official business. A very distant relationship, and school was hard for him. He remembers the other fish making fun of him.
Did he feel like a fish out of water?
He did.
Okay, next roll.
Can I try and find him?
Yes, roll me a nature.
That's not gonna go well.
I'm gonna rest a hand on Yinfu's. Oh no, I'm not. I'm just gonna look at Yinfu and just shake my head. No, just.
Yinfu, you try your best to find Frank, but there's a lot of ground to cover here, and you're not exactly sure where he landed. Frank, that was a second failure, so I need a second memory, please.
Oh no!
Frank remembers first casting wish and bountiful fruits falling from the heavens and eating mightily. A feast that could feed 4 to 10 fully grown men, if I've read the spell correctly. Oh, my goodness. Those were the good times.
Yes, to have such power as your fingertips. All right, and the final, as is tradition, the final death saving roll is a natural 1.
Oh no!
As Frank passes into the oblivion, the thoughts of that shitty wizard cursing him pass one last time through his memory. An eternal injustice, it seems. He will never know, redemption as he passes to the next life.
Okay, so Yinfu, eventually you kind of reach the spot where Frank clearly must have hit the tree, because you can see on the bark there is a kind of a slimy impact mark. However, kind of curled up at the bottom of this tree appears to be a dead human.
No.
Oh no!
No.
Why I?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Rest in peace. He was quite a catch.
I sort of walk back enough so I can, like, chivvy wide-eye to come and, like, have a look.
Wide eye, yeah, that's a corpse.
Well, this is fucking weird. Why is there a random dead human here? I'm sure Frank didn't get to see that on his way past. Would have ruined his journey back home.
Wide-eye? And I'm going to point at the tree with the slimy mark on it above him.
Yeah, that's it's a very nice tree. Yes.
Oh!
You can't understand.
Wide eye, you
it.
notice its leaves are slightly out of Yinfu's reach.
He will assist in bringing the leaves down.
Yinfu, Wide-Eye offers you a handful of leaves.
I'm gonna just like throw them at his face.
Oh my god.
And then like gesticulate about what the hell?
Guess they were very good leaves. So yeah, why not just go back to the rest of the group and be like, well, that was exhilarating.
How's Frank? I saw you throw him.
Oh, I'm guessing he must have swum off. We couldn't find him when we went up there.
Ah, good. He did seem like a strong swimmer.
Although very, very weirdly, there's a random dead guy back up there. Just off into the woods. Yeah, the goat found him.
That's
Maybe
odd.
Maybe it was a victim of the basilisk.
Maybe. Although, out of character, Crispy, did it have clothes on?
No, the corpse did not have clothes on.
Yeah, he was stark naked though, so maybe he was mugged or something. I don't know.
I mean, the druids do have certain rituals, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just, well, yeah, anyway.
Maybe he's one of the druids.
Do you want to go check him out, see if you recognize him?
I'd rather not be left with that memory, if that's okay. I'm sure we'll find out when all the druids reconvene, now that the basilisk's been killed.
You would know, Erling, but there aren't any humans, at least in your circle.
True. Admittedly, what I just said, dead man. Erlang's not put two and two together.
Where's Yinfu?
Up top of the waterfall with Wide-Eye.
Can I see her?
You'd be able to hear her, kind of berating Wide-Eye.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just been like a steady stream of like obscenities and like she's talking super fast, so you can't really pick out the words, but you've got the general tone, and it's not happy.
Right. Yinfu, why are you so mad?
He threw him into a tree, and he died.
What, Frank?
Frank's dead, and a human.
Frank isn't a human. Frank
was a fish.
He said he was cursed. He was cursed.
We never found anything wrong with him.
I think there's a good deal wrong with him.
There was
at least physically.
Quite clearly something very wrong with him. He was. Come and have a look. I can show you the tree that he bounced off. There's a big old wet fishy spot on it.
All right. Lee May goes to climb up to see what Yinfu's talking about.
Okay, can I have an athletics, please?
Yes. No, there's a...
Okay, so Lee May, you climb to the top of the waterfall where the others are.
I'm still berating Wide-Eye this whole time.
Show me the tree. Stop yelling at Wide-Eye.
Okay, I'll start walking. As I'm walking, I'll throw a few like complaints back at Wide-Eye, but I will stop as soon as like I'm worried about tripping over a rock or something.
Okay, so Lee May eventually Yinfu leads you to this tree, and sure enough, there is a naked, curled-up human at the bottom of it, clearly dead. And there is a kind of a residual impact mark on the tree, covered with kind of slime that you'd find on a fish's scales.
My God.
I told you.
Have you actually checked the corpse?
I'm gonna do that now.
Yep. So you roll it over, and this is a dead human. He doesn't have anything stashed on him, as far as you can tell, without a further examination.
Does he have the fish? So Frank, did he have So he was quite ginger.
The fish formerly known as Frank.
Does the human have, for example, like ginger hair? Is he covered in slime?
No, he's
Or he's
covered
sideburns.
he's covered in blood from the
my
caving
God!
skull that he's got.
Does he look very recently dead, as if there's a blood pool underneath him?
Yeah, it's pooling. It's clearly quite a recent thing.
Right, so this was definitely Frank.
Uh-huh.
I think we're just gonna have to walk away from this. We can't do anything.
You're not gonna bury him?
Are there any identifying features on Frank? Or is he just sort of a nondescript human?
Well, all humans are unique in their own special way, but there's nothing that immediately would mark him out, except perhaps a strange little birthmark he's got on his left butt cheek, which roughly resembles the shape of an oddly familiar landmass to you, but you can't quite place it.
I'll try and make a mental note of it.
Okay. All right, fine.
I don't have a shovel.
We could. Thinking. Is there any way to bring him back to life? He did mention necromancy. Maybe he's been brought back to life before. That's why he was a fish.
I'm gonna have a look at the caved-in skull situation, and then look at Lee May, and just sort of shake my head.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. All right.
Unless
I guess.
Elias can do that? I don't know. Whether he will or not.
Meanwhile, at the bottom of the waterfall, I've called over Elias and Druidic and gone, hey, do you want to help me gather some of the parts from this basilisk? They're dealing with Frank. Frank will be fine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So we're both out of earshot of you guys talking at the top of the waterfall.
So you guys able to extract enough kind of components from this to be able to make a new flask of basilisk oil from its stomach, which is highly valued for its ability to cure petrification.
Good. I can make us another one. I had one just in case.
Are you keeping hold of that?
I can do, yes.
Okay. Cool. Is there so is this where it made its lair?
It must be, from the looks of it. There does appear to be a small cave.
Can we go check out the cave?
Can do. That's just where our sleeping quarters and things were.
Ah, okay. Maybe it laid some eggs or something?
It was an infant. I doubt it.
Oh.
No harm in checking, I suppose.
You make your way in, and it does appear that this cave was at one point lived in, but everything in there has now been thoroughly trashed by this thing. Its presence clearly quite disrupted the usual ongoings of this grove. However, it's besides a few bones of perhaps some stray animals and a couple of petrified smaller things, like there's a petrified frog, for example. You don't find too much else.
Petrified frog, is it like solid?
Yes.
Might just take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, cool. So you pockets a little petrified frog. All right, so obviously back up top of a waterfall, you're still no closer to determining Frank's real identity.
Did you say whether he was dressed or not?
He is naked as the day he was born.
Spawned.
Also,
And
you
Goop
said,
spawned.
so is he a man and not a child? Because in his, actually, I
Yes,
don't
I
know.
don't do child nudity in my campaigns. Thank you,
No.
Sarah.
No, I don't. Because in his
I don't think we're going to be a good fit for this campaign. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I meant the dash saves when he was saying he was a child as a fish.
I think Frank maybe had some brain damage in the process of becoming Frank.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna. I don't think we can do anything for him. I think.
I kind of want to continue up the stream. He said that was where he was from, and I kind of want to see it. Just in case. It feels like the right thing to do. He's dead. He's not making it there, but it would put my mind at ease.
I mean, do you want to take him there? Because I can try and. It's gonna be pretty grim for me, but I can try and take him with us.
Okay.
Before we move Frank, Wide Eye had followed and has seen the birthmark on his ass cheek, and having the Wanderer feat and having a good memory of anything geographical or map based, would he? Because you said it looks similar to a landmass. Is it a landmass he would recognise?
So the only land masses other than the big continent you're on are a pair of, well, a small island and then a kind of a small archipelago off the eastern coast of the realm. You notice the birthmark is strangely similar to the island that has the city of Huangshan on it.
What are the names of the islands?
You don't recall. It's been a while since you've last seen a proper map.
Staring at Frank's ass is like, oh well, that looks familiar.
It's his ass. What's wrong with
The ass?
you?
He has been dreaming about handsome men, remember?
Exactly.
What the mark? It looks like one of the islands. I forget the name. It's clicking his fingers like the one that's got the city of Huangshan on.
Lambas, is it?
Can I roll to see if I know it, Crispy? From
Yes, you would. You would know it quite well, actually, Li Mei. Huangshan is a little bit of a backwater, shall we say, and as such, the eyes of the magistrates are perhaps a little more wandering when it comes to the administration there. As such, you've always found it fairly inviting in the past. You know that the island is called Waizao Island. Or Waizao, I should say, sorry.
Okay. Oh yeah, I clicked my fingers as well. Why is that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, look at it. That looks eerily familiar.
He points it out, and you take a moment to examine Li Mei, and sure enough, it does strangely look like that.
Do you think he thinks that it's above the waterfall because he really isn't from around here? He's actually oh my god, he is a seawater fish because he's from a different island. Oh no. That's
Huh.
really sad. I doubt that we'll find his home going up the stream. I think he's from the Wiseow. Now that is far away from here.
How long would it take us to get there from here?
Well, to get to kind of the nearest big port city, which would probably be Baoding, and then sail across there, you're looking at probably about 5 days travel by land, and then maybe about the same by ship, depending on the weather.
It's sort of like, man, wish I was a fish like Frank. Would have made it there so much quicker. Man. I wonder what he's going to get up to.
If you guys try and sail to that island to bury Frank, I'm leaving the party.
No, we're not taking the dead body with us. I think it's more the fact of we want to go see where he's from. And kind of find the wizard. I'm kind of wondering who the hell the wizard is.
I have a lot of questions too. Yeah, I kind of wanted them answered. I mean, the wizard could maybe fix this, given it was him who turned him into a fish in the first place. If it was only 2 years ago, he's probably still alive. Unless someone's taken umbrage to being turned into a fish.
Are you hearing yourself right now?
You're not with us. Shut up.
Yeah, are you hearing yourselves? I don't know, Elias, but you're not.
You've got your head halfway in the hole in the side of a basilisk, child.
Yeah.
No, I'm still in the cave, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
I'm playing with my petrified frog.
Oh, I'm going to leave you alone in the cave, then.
So we're in agreement. While
Oh,
Frank
I'm-
swims off to his new life, we'll follow the tattoo on the ass of this dead man. And
No, the dead man is Frank.
I've heard of, treasure in a dead man's chest, but this is something new entirely.
going for his booty.
Oh my god.
No,
I think-
that's not Frank. Frank's a fish. This is a man.
See, he still doesn't believe me.
Us. He doesn't believe us.
For someone who can turn into an animal, it's really surprising that he has no concept of this human being Frank.
I'm gonna relay what the Yinfu just said to Wide Eye.
Guys, he's just going
Well-
through the denial phase of grief. Leave him alone.
Shut up, guy.
Sorry.
Who's Guy and Frank's dead?
Yeah, it's good about. Well, turning into a bear makes sense. Bears are about the same size as a man. Turning into a fish makes no sense at all.
Uh-huh. Right.
And
Well,
besides,
anyway.
this guy looks he looks more like a Gerald.
Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bury this man, whether you think he's Frank or not. And I think I'm gonna bury him. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna try and attempt to take him down the waterfall.
Oh no.
Wide Eye knows a very easy way to do this.
No! No! He's already dead.
Don't desecrate a corpse.
Please. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to kind of carefully try and go down the waterfall with this corpse.
Okay, so it's not going to be the easiest thing to do, Lee May, so I'm going to need acrobatics.
Oh, not that correct, but can it be athletics?
No, because you're trying to balance with only your feet because you're trying to carry a corpse.
Damn it. Okay, I still have bardic inspiration just in case. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna use bardic inspiration.
Okay. Okay, so Lee May, you kind of slip a little bit. You manage to kind of reach your hand out and grab a rock to steady yourself, but you drop the corpse, which bounces a few times on the way down before kind of floating face down in the plunge pool. Kind of blood oozing out into the
Shit.
frothy water.
I'm just gonna yell at Yinfu. Yinfu, help me!
I'm gonna try and help.
Let's try
And a
and get
bardic
the body out.
inspiration?
No, I meant come help me get the body out the water.
Oh, okay, yep, I'll help.
At this point, Elias hears the splash and comes out and just sees a dead body floating in the water. What the
Frank, yeah, Frank.
What?
Frank.
Yeah, that
It's Frank.
You
a
killed
human
him?
was
No!
previously Frank.
Well,
No, Wide
why-
I did.
Why I did?
Why did you?
Why'd I would like to come down the waterfall for this?
Who's the dead human?
Frank!
No, Frank was a fish.
Yeah,
No,
he was
that's
cursed how many
Gerald.
times?
Oh my god.
We had the best healers working on this. You think we would have known if Frank wasn't actually a fish?
Well,
Lee
you were
May
all
can vouch, right?
Yep. Yep, this is, and I have not drunk alcohol in a while.
I've just met you people. I've known Frank for 2 years.
Well, Frank was a person. Oh, 2 years? Really?
Wait, was it one of you guys who turned him into a fish?
No,
Did he just appear in the water?
it's a fish. It came down a waterfall. It's not that big of a surprise.
Oh, no wonder
you
he
know
thought
what is a
his
surprise?
home.
That fish turning out to be a human.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised, because nothing's like that's happened.
Yeah.
Well,
He wasn't
Then-
a druid because wild shape doesn't last that long. He was just a fish.
well,
Fish
he's
could
not-
talk, but we talk to animals all the time.
Yeah,
Wasn't
but
that
he can talk
weird?
He can talk to everybody. He didn't just. Anyway, he was a human. He is now dead. We're gonna bury him, and then we're gonna move on. Well, I would kind of want to go to Wiseout, which is where he's from. Look at his ass, and I'm gonna kind of pull the body out of the
I
water.
don't want to see the naked man's ass, thank you.
No, it's got a birthmark. with
I'm
the
sure it
Wiseout on
does.
Oh God.
I don't. What has a birthmark got to do with you traveling to Wiseout?
Because it's Wiseout. It's in the shape of Wiseout. I think that's where he's from.
Why would he have a birthmark of where he's from? Are you hearing this?
Maybe it's his curse.
One of the druids in the circle has a birthmark on his arm that looks a bit like the sun. He's not from the sun.
Oh. I'm wondering if that's his curse mark thing. I don't know. This is me guessing. Oh.
So, okay, he.
Just help me. Just help me bury him. Just help me bury him. Regardless.
Sure. Where do you want to bury him?
Near his original home, so like by the tree. Right here.
I'll wander over and I'll cast Mold Earth to dig a grave.
Right.
Okay,
Amazing.
so Elias greatly speeds up the process with some magic, and before long you have a shallow grave for Frank, or well, what you assume to be Frank. You kind of lay him down in it.
All right.
I'm going to use a combination of prestidigitation and druidcraft to make like a bed of leaves to keep all of the body inside the hole so it doesn't leach out into the nearby pond.
Okay. So you guys kind of bury Frank.
I'm gonna have a sit on the floor. I'm defeated. It has all been so much. Poor Frank.
Wide, I would like to say a few words for Frank.
Okay, Wide Eye, this stage is all yours.
He's gonna stand over the the body and be like, I didn't know this man. These people say he's Frank. I'm pretty sure his name was Gerald. And I'm pretty sure Frank is living his best life. I'm so sorry, random man. I hope you find peace here.
Thank you, Wido, for those kind words.
Here's to the nameless wanderer.
Oh my god.
To Gerald.
Okay.
In fact, just out of curiosity, because there are trees and stuff nearby. How hard would it be to get like a piece of bark, like a decent sized piece of bark?
Not very. Especially not if you're willing to take an axe to this large tree. In the,
yeah, sure.
Please stop. Please don't attack this tree. Any other tree is fine. This one's sacred.
How sacred?
Oh no.
Sacred enough it will cause issues if you attack it. I'm not responsible for what I or nature does in response.
Okay. Well, I will spend a bit more time walking over, like here, finding a piece of bark.
Just be careful. He puts the Dryad's tokens back in the bag. Okay, cool. So you strip off a piece of bark.
And I will just whittle in the name Gerald and place it at the head of the grave.
Okay, so you do your best to kind of set up this makeshift tombstone for a man named Gerald.
My fucking god.
There we go. Perfect.
Yes, thank you so much, Wido. Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
Yeah. God damn it.
He's gonna be like, did you know him well, or?
I guess not.
Oh, well, fair enough. You seem quite thankful. I thought maybe he was a friend.
Yes. He he was clearly just a random dead man that I wanted to bury. Yeah. Cool.
That's very generous of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yinfu!
Yinfu, you're kind of stood staring now at this grave and the discarded fishing rod that lies next to it.
I'm gonna walk up to her, just whisper in her ear to say, we're gonna change the name when they all fuck off.
I'm gonna nod. It's all I've got left.
I'm gonna pat her on the shoulder afterwards and then just lay the fishing rod on top of the grave just to...
Oh, did he like fishing?
Yeah, he really liked fishing, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Gerald seems like the name of someone who would fish.
He always seemed to get his finger stuck in the hook, I think. Yeah.
Oh no. I healed him. Shit.
Right.
The evidence is gone.
Okay.
The evidence is gone! Anyway,
So if this isn't Frank, where is Frank?
You probably swam upstream. But you know what? In honor of Gerald, I'm gonna try my hand at this. He's gonna pick up the fishing rod and just cast it out and try fishing. It's not something he does very often, but It's one of those times you've got to honour the dead and do what Gerald loved.
So, Wide-Eye, you cast the hook out into the pond. A few minutes pass with nothing there. It's quite a peaceful experience. Then you get a nibble on the end.
Oh. Wide-Eye will try reeling it in.
Okay, so Wide-Eye, with your strength, you have no problem pulling out a kind of a koi fish.
Oh! Oh! Who puts a hook in food? Oh!
Oh, holy shit, a talking fish!
Oh!
I'm gonna grab hold of it and cast Shocking Grasp.
No!
Oh my god!
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Oh my god!
You get advantage because I've got scale armor.
Fucking hell.
Uh,
No.
yeah, okay, so you grab the fish and give it a jolly good shock. Fish, this is painful for you. In fact, one moment, actually, let me have a quick look what fucking 5e Wiki says a fish's HP is.
It may have been instant death, yes.
Well, yeah, if it's 1, then I've done double its HP, so yeah, it's just dead.
HP 1d4 minus 1, let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, the fish is dead.
Oh my god! Does this look like Frank? Is it
Does
the same fish?
the fish turn into a human?
Yeah, the fish drops down into the water and then turns into a human.
Now hang on, doesn't Fish get like a memory passing as he goes into
No,
a
this will be
human?
massive damage.
This is
Because you were on 1 health. You meant to minus 1 health.
Okay. Right. Fish's history shall remain a past.
Are all of these fish humans?
Is it the same human?
Does the human look familiar?
You notice it has a strangely distinctive birthmark on its ass cheek.
I'm gonna mold earth and dig up the grave.
Yeah, while he's doing that.
You notice Elias, the grave is empty.
No!
Whilst he's doing that, Wide-Eye's going to be like, hey, look at that ass.
What are you doing to the grove?
He's immortal?
I'm gonna grab the fishing rod and cast it out again.
This is a sacred space. Put the body back in the grave.
Yes, the rod of casting.
Yin Fu, you cast the rod further once more. After a few minutes, you get a bite.
I'm gonna try and follow the line to pull up the fish without using the hook to pull it up.
Okay, so you find it, you grab this fish, and you kind of yank it from the water.
Frank?
Who puts a hook in food?
Frank, do you remember anything of the last hour?
There's a hook in my face!
Fuck this again. I'm gonna pull the hook out of his face and once more
No! Don't you dare!
prepare to cast Healing Word. I've got my hand like raised above him and like the magic sort of like starting to crackle. And then you say no and I'm like, but he's got a hook in his face.
I'm sure he's fine.
Can I try and detect if there's some sort of magic affecting him?
Roll me an Arcana, please. This fish is incredibly cursed.
Oh boy.
I'm
Okay,
gonna try and remove the hook.
I take it all back.
Okay, Yinfu, you managed to extract the hook a little easier, having done it recently before.
Oh
Oh,
Frank, it feels a lot better. Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Although I think it's given me brain damage.
You fucking
I'm
kidding me?
concerned, Frank, that maybe you had the brain damage already. So, Fish Wish, back up the stream.
Yes, I must be returned up the stream.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
And if you do so, I will grant you a wish.
Oh god!
Hey,
I will go to pick him up.
hey
Can
Frank.
people stop hooking Frank out of the pond, please? I'm
Frank,
sure he's had enough of that for one day.
Does Wise How sound familiar to you, Frank?
Have I ever heard of this?
No, you can't remember anything like that.
Hmm.
Your memory isn't what it used to be, Frank.
No, my memory isn't what it used to be. I have the memory of a fish. I don't hear it a lot in my waters.
Koi aren't entirely unrelated to goldfish, are they?
They're the same.
Oh god!
Can we try and get Frank uncursed?
I imagine it would take some pretty powerful magic.
Probably. The wizard who cursed him in the first place. I'm going to put Frank back in the backpack again.
Okay, Frank goes back in the backpack.
Out of curiosity. But I'm going to take the fishing rod and cast it back into the pot.
No!
Elias, you cast the rod into the pond. After a few minutes, you get a bite.
Now I'll look at Yinfu. Check your backpack.
Yinfu, your backpack still contains Frank.
I don't know what you've got there, but I've got Frank here.
Pull up on the rod.
You heave out the rod, and there is a koi fish attached to the end, flailing wildly.
Frank?
Flying guy.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Fish
quickly check the backpack.
What's a fucking food?
There's no longer Frank in your backpack. Yinfu.
Oh, I am in fishy pain.
Oh my god!
Poor Frank. See, I told you guys.
Can I check if the fishing rod is also magical?
Roll an Arcana, please. So, yeah, Elias, it looks like this is part of the curse.
So, Frank is a multi-dimensional being of some sort. He's both in your backpack and in the pond at the same time.
I think it's.
Once again, as Elias is talking, I'm just going to come up, carefully remove the hook, take the fish out of Elias's hands, and put him back in the backpack. And I'm going to try and take the fishing rod as well after I've done that.
Everyone, please. Frank's had enough excitement for one day. I'm going to take him out of the backpack and release him gently back into the pond.
Okay.
Please, can we stop hooking up Frank? I know he's fun to talk to, but this has got to be starting to hurt.
So Frank is flopping along the shoreline now, clearly trying to communicate with you. As his head flips above the water, he gets a few words out before he submerges again.
Wait, this isn't my home.
We'll see you around, Frank. I'll make sure the rest of the druids remember to feed you.
Erlang, no, you can't just leave him here.
Don't worry, I know Wish for daily feeding routine.
You see, Frank will be fine.
We
Oh
can
my
feed
God.
Frank.
Alright. Yinfu, you can have to let him go.
This is
No.
where he belongs.
No. If I have to go alone, I will go alone. I'm going to pick up Frank, put him in the backpack, and storm off.
So you're just approaching me while I'm in the.
Yeah,
Can't
while
be
you're like
sounds of you a
flapping
bit
along
closer.
the
In,
beach.
no, in the shore, poking his head up to speak. So he's underwater. So you just strolled into the pond.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll stroll at you and try
I'm
and
gonna
catch him.
swim off. I'm gonna swim off.
Fuck. I get the rod of Philias?
You did, yeah. Oh wait, well you tried to. I don't think you ever gave it.
Contested.
Give me the
I'm-
rod.
No, I'm not going to let you torture him.
Why'd I help me? We're taking him home.
I'll.
Coop looks at you expectantly, wide eye.
She wants more leaves.
No,
I'm
she
trying
doesn't.
to do my best with like puppy goat eyes.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and have it take the fishing rod like 30 feet into the air.
Can I try and like buzz you in the stomach or something to make you lose concentration on doing this?
Oh my god.
Oh my god! I didn't think this would cause into party conflict.
You know what? I don't usually go in for PvP, but this will be funny, so why not?
I'm not attempting to maim or harm, just distract.
Roll me an unarmed attack, then, please, Yinfi.
Some guy's fucking fish has divided your party. What is going on? What is going on?
It's part of the curse of the shittiness.
They keep saying the fish is a human.
I'll cast Shield.
Okay,
And that beats it.
like, you have seen him turn into a human. Shut up!
Frank is a fish. He's always been a fish. We've used magic to try and work out if he's anything else. He's a fish.
Well, I kind of detected some sort of curse on him.
He's
As
clearly...
this is going on, Wide Eye has waded into the pool and, with a deft and swift strike, reaches in and yanks out a koi-like creature.
Yes!
Frank! Frank! What are you doing back here?
Right, Wide Eye.
Psychopaths, all of you!
Wide Eye, give me the fish.
What are you gonna do to Frank?
No, you can trust me. Give me the fish.
Let's take him home.
Yeah,
He's
let's go.
home.
No, he needs to be
This is
upstream.
his pond.
Oh my god, he's a cursed fish.
He's a human. He doesn't live in a pond.
So let's leave him be. He's fine. He's fed daily.
I'm gonna wander over to the fountain and put the end of the fishing rod in the fountain
No!
and see if I can get a bite.
Frank, do you want to go? Well, what do you want to do, Frank?
I want to be returned to my home!
Upstream, right?
Don't get
Up
any.
the stream, past a waterfall!
Okay.
I say we do what Frank wants.
I agree, let's go.
Look, let's just have a walk up the stream. We're gonna need to probably head back to camp at some point eventually anyway. Let's just have a little walk. Get some fresh air, see the sights.
It's not like we're doing anything else
See
today.
some different patches of water. If there's nothing better up there, we put him back in the water and he travels back downstream to the pond.
Yeah, I
We're
agree.
going to need to be leaving soon to get back to the Brotherhood before nightfall.
By now, yeah, the sun is. It's evening time. You've been here a while.
Then stop arguing with me and let's go.
No,
agree.
it's
No, I
my
agree.
druid circle.
Well,
Lee
you
May,
don't
you've-
own it.
Got Frank, haven't you?
Well, no, Wide Eye does.
Okay.
So, and Wide Eye agrees with us, so we're going.
I've lived here for many years. The last two of those have had Frank, and he has just been a fish.
Well, that's great. He's been cursed for 2 years, so I'm following Wide Eye, and we're going upstream.
Wide Eye, can I put Frank back in the backpack and would you grab the fishing rod?
It's still floating 30. Well, no, it's not. I guess I have it.
Why do we need the rod? We've got Frank right here.
I think
No,
we will
that's
lose
Frank
Frank without the rod. I think Frank and the rod need to stay together.
I
I'll just toss the fishing rod to Wiley. I've had enough of this.
Okay.
right. Off we go.
Up we go.
We go up the stream. We go up the waterfall.
Okay, cool. So you guys, in fact, Yinfu, roll me a acrobatics, please, to get up this cliff.
Yep. Hey.
Okay, so you managed to scale the waterfall. And yeah, following along the stream, you keep walking for 20 minutes before you come to a kind of a larger lake. It appears to be quite calm.
I'll like pull the front of the backpack down. Frank, is this the place?
I think it may be. Yes, yes. Release me here.
I am not yet going to release him. I'm going to walk a little bit round the edge of the lake. Can we see anything interesting about the lake?
So it's quite a lot wider than the pool at the bottom. There appear to be rushes, kind of in and out amongst the what's what I'm looking for? The kind of a shore.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about it seems necessarily inaccurate to what you would expect a pond to look like.
I'm going to look at Lee May and wide-eyed. Shall I put him in?
Yeah. I think there's no other stream coming from this lake, is there? It's just this lake.
It appears to be just this lake.
Okay, then yeah.
Okay.
This is where he means then.
I'll gently lower him into the lake.
So, you release Frank into the lake. Frank, you are home again, it seems. The water feels good against your gills.
Oh, yes, finally. I'm
Oh no.
What's happening?
You kind of watch as Frank floats for a moment,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
convulses a little, and then turns belly up and starts floating back down the stream.
Oh my god, I'm going to pick it up again if I can.
Oh my fucking god.
Fucking fish!
You scoop Frank up.
Frank, I don't think that water agrees with you.
It's Frank, Dad.
Frank is struggling to breathe a little bit at the minute.
I'm going to try and... I don't... do you pat a fish on the back? I'm not giving this fish CPR. I draw the line.
Wait, can I taste the water?
Yes, Lee May, you can taste the water.
What? No, I can't. Is it salty?
It is not salty.
Okay, just double check. Frank, you're supposed to be breathing. It's fresh water. Don't forget to cast water breathing.
Don't worry, I won't forget to release me once more.
Oh my god.
This time I want to wade in. And then, like, you know, if you've got like a toddler you're trying to teach how to swim, and you sort of like let them go, but you keep your hands really close, just in case something goes wrong. I kind of want to do that.
Okay, so you carefully shepherd Frank a little further. You get to where you're about waist deep. Yinfu. Frank seems to still be okay.
Yes, this feels right. Yes, it feels.
Immediately lift him back up as soon as he stops talking.
Oh yes, we finally reached it here. Quick, throw me in.
Oh my god.
Frank, every time we put you in the water, you stop being able to breathe, and you just end up belly up and dying. Why? Why do you keep on dying?
Maybe I'm most at home when I am dead.
Oh god.
It could be the answer to the riddle. Or you could just let me go and I can live a happy life in this lake. Quick, let me go!
Oh my god.
I'm gonna look at Wide Eye and Lee May and like. I'm gonna try and shrug with a fish in my hands. I don't know how that's gonna go. How big is he?
He's about a foot, maybe a little more.
Okay, Subway sandwich.
Subway sandwich.
Quite the catch.
Oh god.
Eat fresh water.
Is there anything else around the lake that looks different? Like
Oh no,
like
fish!
Yes, as it turns out, there is, Lee May. As you kind of walk around a little further than Yinfu had got, you find what appears to be a fisherman's little encampment here, although it looks quite decrepit. You can see that there was the remains of a stand-to shelter, and what might once have been a lunchbox, but it's long since been picked clean by wildlife, and there is no fishing rod here.
Wait. Wide Eye? I call back to Wide Eye.
Yes.
I think you were right in guessing that Gerald, therefore Frank, was a fisherman.
No. Frank is a fish.
Okay.
Gerald was the fisherman.
All right. I
He's
think.
right, I'm a fish.
Oh my god. I think that's Frank. Sorry, Gerald's fishing rod. Can I cast that fishing rod in the lake, please?
You want me to cast it into the lake? Wide Eye gets ready to throw it.
No. Can I give it to me, please?
Yeah. You'll hand over.
I cast and then I just kind of nod to Yinfu's, just like reassuringly.
I'm gonna sort of clasp Frank,
Okay.
but I'm gonna
cast-
nod. Like, I know it needs to happen, but I'm definitely a little bit apprehensive.
I'm gonna
Okay,
cast.
so Lee May, you take the fishing rod. And sorry, did you say you were going to kind of cast it as in try to fish, or just hurl the fishing rod? I've missed that a little bit.
Wide Eye was going to throw it.
Wide Eye was
You
gonna
were
throw it. I
gonna-
was gonna cast it. I was gonna cast a line in.
Okay, so Lee May, you kind of cast this line kind of far out into the lake. For a few minutes, there's nothing, but you get a bite after a while.
And then I'm wondering if this is gonna work. And then I'm gonna throw the rod into the lake.
Okay, so you throw the rod into the lake, and all of a sudden the kind of surface of the lake starts to kind of bubble and emerge like something kind of large is disturbing it. Yinfu, you notice, like, distracted a little bit by this, Frank is no longer in your hands. Lee May, as you kind of take a few steps backwards, you watch as a large dragon emerges from the lake.
Yinfu,
Ah,
don't move.
ah.
Thank you, adventurers. You have lifted the curse upon me. I am in your debt.
Frank?
Yes, I suppose the name is fitting.
Told you he's living his best life.
Indeed, I am, thanks to all of you. And now, I believe I promised you all a wish.
By all of us, you mean us three here, right?
Yeah, the other fuckers didn't believe us.
Yeah, so obviously at the minute, Erlang and Elias, you guys are just gobsmacked at the side of this lake watching this unfurl.
Erlang would have not gone with them. Erlang misses out on all of this.
Oh, right.
Unless that's going to completely derail your story. Otherwise, he's like, these people are doing mad things. While they're, I'm going to wait for them to do that. I'm going to tidy up the grove a little bit.
Okay, yep, that's fine by me. Elias, you are gobsmacked, stood on the side of this lake. There's this kind of aquatic, kind of worm-like dragon. Kind of is clearly it's huge, and it seems to be only partially above the waterline.
A witch. So, just clarifying, a wish for each of us?
A wish for each of them?
A wish for the whole party. They're not going to get a wish each.
One
Okay.
singular wish.
Unfortunately not. But one wish can hold many bountiful rewards.
Do you mind if we talk between ourselves for a second?
Sure. Iron out the details.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you. Thanks, Frank. Fuck. I get everybody like in a little huddle.
I'm gonna splash my way back out of the lake to go and talk to them,
Yeah.
avoiding any
Yes,
dragon
right.
appendages.
A wish.
I'm so glad Chaz caught that.
I think I'm at the point where I can't be surprised anymore. Although, I don't know, because that dragon emerged and I was pretty surprised. So,
So, what, a wish. A wish can be anything, right? I mean,
we
Maybe
maybe
we could-
could clear our names.
that's what I was thinking. Or, but that would cause a lot of issues if we try and clear our name. I feel like that would cause a lot of problems. I don't know. I would wish. I mean, I don't think we could bring back the dead either. I guess, but
I think they have to want to come back.
yeah. Elias, what do you think about all this?
Elias?
Well, Elias,
Still a bit gobsmacked, but obviously realizing the potential that they wish to be party.
I okay, what do I know about wishes?
So it's largely considered one of the most, potent yet potentially dangerous spells known to the Jade Brotherhood. Potent because obviously in the wrong hands, a wish could do a lot of damage. As such, to learn it conventionally, you have to be, amongst the highest ranks of the Jade Brotherhood, or clearly have innate ability to cast it, as may be the case here. It is not something you're going to get to see very often at all. Even the art of casting it comes with the risk of never being able to do so again. It takes that much strain on the mortal body.
It's well, it's something to be very careful about. To be sure, you don't get a second chance usually. I mean, what are you thinking of?
Well,
I don't know, but given that we were recently prisoners and on our way to the Fleet of Fog for for who knows what result, I'm sure we can find plenty of things that we need.
If you want to wish for a mountain of gold, sure. There could
yeah,
be
but
complications, but
where would we go with that though? We're fugitives. We're going to probably be wanted in every area of the realm.
yeah, probably. But that's not the sort of thing I would recommend wishing go away. I mean, you're talking dozens, if not hundreds of people by now that know our names, have been shown wanted posters of us, maybe. You're talking about erasing those people's memory or undoing events in the past. I mean, you're just asking for trouble.
True. Or we could potentially ask to become a myth almost in those people's minds, as if, I don't know.
As a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
Yes.
To slightly alter, not erase.
But
Hmm.
okay.
I don't know. This is me throwing out ideas.
The more complicated you make it, the less likely it is to even work in the first place. So I would probably stick to something a bit simpler. Something that could help us as we try and escape or start a new life, or I mean, whatever you want. I suppose it's your wish. But I would keep
Alternatively,
it simple.
the realm, I think you're right. I think we've burnt that bridge. But the amount of people within the Fleet of Fog that know our tale is likely to be much smaller. We raise that and go to them. Make it so that we've always been their allies. And we
You're
see what's
still
happening on
talking
their
about
side.
affecting a lot of people, because if you make it so that we're friends with everyone in the Fleet of Fog, you're still talking about changing people's minds. Some of whom could be powerful wizards and therefore may even be immune to this sort of thing.
We could
So
wish
do we
for
make
that.
it more simple and wish for everybody's gear back?
And the bag
I
of
do
holding.
miss my axe.
So
Yeah.
wish for the bag of holding back and our gear.
I mean, you could wish for Epikos to be alive again.
It's whether he's at peace and at rest. It's another
From
gamble.
what I know of these sorts of things, you're right. His soul would have to be willing to return. In which case, if it was not, then it would just be a waste of a wish, I guess.
Right, it's settled. Dragon, we would like our gear, our money, and the best damn great axe you've ever made.
The bag of holding.
Like,
I included the bag of holding, all the gear we had before, and iron out the details and all that.
Is this a wish that I can grant?
It is a wish that you can grant. So,
By the powers of Fulanki, make their wish manifest!
a small purple bag of holding appears and drops succinctly to the ground in front of Wide Eye.
He will pick it up and look inside.
So, in it is the gear that you previously had. So, all of that was confiscated, including the powdered dragon scale and the flame glaive. There also appears to be a master-crafted great axe in there.
Oh my god!
This thing is a work of art as much as it is a weapon.
Why? I was gonna just like clutch it and hold it close to his chest. He's like, I think I might cry.
Has it got like fish motifs on it?
The kind of the handle of the great axe is kind of bronze with a kind of gold inlay. There is a kind of like a dragon, like a kind of Chinese worm style of dragon snaking around it. And then as its head kind of emerges from the bottom of the axe, a small koi fish is placed just where the head joins the staff of the dragon's tail.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
So you guys take your gear back. Obviously, before it was confiscated, that's in there. And why don't you hold on to this axe, which I will homebrew up a creation for you later. And I think that's where we're going to have to leave it for tonight, because I honestly don't know where we go from here, and I will need a bit of time to think that through.
God,
Oh god!
that was just a fever dream.
What the fuck?
A dream, you say?
No!
Motherfucker. Oh my god.
I just have this
so
image
good.
of us all walking down like the waterfall
Like-
back, like fully
Unironically, the best roleplay we've had this fucking campaign.
Oh my god,
I'm
yeah.
so into that.
It's the pass effect.
Beautiful.
Fucking hell,
Oh.
that was spectacular.
Oh, my face hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just incredible to listen to. That was just
Oh my god.
To be fair, I did actually lose the bet I had with Crispy. I was so sure that it would be Chris picking up the fishing rod and using it, but clearly I was wrong.
I think
No,
if Chris had seen it, he would have done.
Yeah, pass